All right, we are live. Welcome to Primetime with Hoyt and Wise Cheese. We are already in at the start of the game. 14:52 left to go. The first play is being made right now. 1 yard to Najee Harris. So welcome in. I'm Ben Hoyt. Matt Scora down below me.
Yes, sir.
Just to pay the bills real quick, shop at teespring.com/store/unwrapped. The VIP program at patreon.com/unwrappedsports. Remember, that's the $10 tier. Gamble at www.mybookie.ag. Code USM100 for a 100% sign-up bonus, our official gambling partner. RxHemp.com, code RxHemp-USM for 10% off your order. That is a pain-relieving rub. And believe me, from multiple testimonials within the network, it works. So, we are already in the game, but let's pull up the predictions banner before it gets too late into the first quarter. All right, so our picks for tonight. Who do you have, Wajis?
Man, who do I have tonight? Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. Granted, the Seahawks looked good in the final bit with Geno Smith when they played the Rams last Thursday, but I just think at Heinz Field, Sunday Night Football, I expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to go into that atmosphere and get a big win.
I do too. And our stakes bet for tonight is a really easy one, in fact. It's literally straight up Steelers win by 3. So any other score can happen. Just it can't be the Steelers win by a field goal. And I picked no, the Steelers won't win by 3. There's like a 90% chance that won't happen. There's multiple, scenarios where, Seahawks could win by 10, Seahawks could win by 7, Steelers could win by 7, 21, any amount of number except for the number 3. So that's an easy bet for me. All right, so we are already in play here, 13:31 in the first quarter. So we both picked the Steelers to win tonight. Should be a great Sunday Night Football game, and hopefully no weather delays.
Yes, definitely. Hope for no weather delays. I do not want to sit on another 4-hour stream, which, if that comes to the case, hey, we get to talk to the people. That's going to be great.
Yes.
But I just think if we can get a good convenient one, a convenient game, I think we're going to be in great hands. As you can see on the bottom of the screen here, nice solid 6-yard pass to none other than Najee Harris, as the Pittsburgh Steelers are forced to punt on a 3-and-out. So you look at the Seahawks defense, which is not known for being a great defense around the league, has stood up to the call, and we get to see Geno Smith in his first full start in a very long time. So it'll be interesting to see the kind of strategy that Pete Carroll has the Seattle Seahawks offense rolling.
This will definitely be interesting. This looked like a great game on paper at the beginning of the season, but Russell Wilson's now out. You have Geno Smith, the former Jet quarterback that didn't exactly work out. And you have Ben Roethlisberger, who's looked abysmal throughout the season. So we'll see. We'll see what this game turns out to be.
We'll definitely see how this game turns out to be. You could see TJ Watt pumping up the crowd, trying to bring in some of the crowd noise. We'll see what the defense has set in store for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Defense has in store for the Seattle Seahawks. First play of the game, it is a handoff to the Seahawks running back, and it goes absolutely nowhere. So it will be 2nd down and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't even think that was a running back. Wasn't that just a jet sweep?
Whatever it was, it went nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
a minus 1 yard pass by Gerald Everett.
Yeah, it was literally like a touch pass to Gerald Everett. At least to a wide receiver if you're going to do that play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you got 3 out wide for Seattle, 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Geno Smith, 2nd 11, and they're going to hand the ball off again. This one was actually a pretty good game. But if you're the Seahawks, the Steelers' defense was really good last year. I still think they're pretty good, in my opinion. You can't be running the ball all game. These are professionals. They'll learn how to stop it. Except if you're Kansas City or the Eagles. Then
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at the 7-yard run by Alex Collins. Definitely a good setup spot here, 2nd down and 4, and it looks like we have a runner on the field. We had a fan run onto the field into the we had a fan run on the field. I'm not sure if you saw that quick glimpse
I
on
did.
NBC. There was some dude in a shirt running on the field. So we'll see what pertains on that front. But before that streaker took over,
yes,
it was a good run by Alex Collins. Definitely a nice setup of a 3rd and 4. Definitely manageable. It'll be interesting to see what the Seahawks do. Would not be shocked here if this is a passive play here for Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks.
By the way, I think he'll be apprehended pretty quickly. He didn't look like the running type, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But all right, 3rd and 4. Hopefully he will be apprehended, and it looks like he has been. So players are back out on the field, and we're ready to go.
3rd and 4. Looks like a regular shotgun formation for Geno Smith. We'll see what they have in store here. And it looks like the Seahawks are going to call a timeout here as it's 3rd and 4. It's going to take a process. Maybe the runner threw off the Seahawks a little bit. So we'll have to see what kind of play call Pete Carroll and company have in store up their sleeves.
Absolutely.
And that'll be that. Ben, if you're the Seahawks, you got 3rd and 4. It's been almost about 2 or 3 minutes since you last snapped the ball. What's kind of going through your mindset if you're Geno Smith? What kind of play should you have dialed up in store?
You know, I would like a pass in the flat here to one of your running backs. Just a quick, easy pass. Get you started right away. I mean, nothing too crazy. You have a pretty pass heavy setup, and it looks like that's what they were trying to do, and it got blown up. DK Metcalf on the catch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DK Metcalf only about 2 yards. 2 yards per se. It is now 4th and 2, and this is an obvious punt play here for the Seattle Seahawks. And you know, it almost sounded like it was crazy from the start. And here we have our first comment from Count the Bucket. Some guys, am I crazy for starting Genie in this game? All I think you meant to say Geno, but I personally would say no. I mean, I feel like it all depends on who else you had. What other players you had, you'd kind of have to go from there. If he was your best option, then, you know, what can you do? There's nothing you could do there.
Well,
but if you had better options, then we'll have to see. Too early to tell.
Well, imagine this. I had Russell Westbrook in the one league. Not Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson. That hurt. So now I had to start Teddy Bridgewater and Baker Mayfield, but we'll get into that later. I don't know. Taking a look at the league's free agency, we had the only other options were Davis Mills, which I was not a fan of, or Geno Smith. I would have taken Geno Smith.
Yeah, I would say Geno. Yeah, I think it's one of those to where it's too early to tell. I would say you can most likely tell your decision by about halftime, depending on how the first half pertains for Geno Smith. That's when you can kind of see whether or not you made the good decision or the wrong decision. But I mean, there really wasn't anything you could do. I mean, if your QB had a bye week, you know, you just had to go. You just had to do what you had to do. You know, that's what happened with me when I had Matt Ryan on a bye week. I had Daniel Jones, and we don't talk about that because Daniel Jones decided to let me down very badly.
Daniel Jones sold on your boy.
yeah, we'll say that, sold on your boy. And while we're on commercial break, let's bring up some overreactions for Week 6. Ben, I'll throw it out to you. You've been all over Urban Meyer. Last week, you said Urban Meyer was going to be gone by November. Well, the man got his first win today against the Miami Dolphins. What's the overreaction now?
I better give Urban Meyer a break this week. Let him celebrate before he gets fired in November. So, the Giants.
No Urban Meyer slander this week. I don't want to hear it.
No Urban Meyer slander. The Detroit Lions will be the second defeated team in history. Not undefeated, but just defeated. Winless team in history.
Ooh, come on. You can't do my man Dan Campbell like that. He can't. The Lions cannot afford to be winless again. They're already 0-16 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you imagine them being 0-17. That's going to be.
They will be 0-17. They look bad, and I mean really bad.
Ooh, I'll go with another. I'll go with another overreaction. For Week 6. The Kansas City Chiefs will not win the division. The Chargers will.
Yes. I believe you had that one already.
Did I? No. I said I think I said the Chiefs would be a first-round exit.
Oh, okay.
Now it's one of those. The Chargers will win the Chiefs will the Chiefs will not win the division. Chargers will. That's one of my overreactions. And one last overreaction that I will have is the Browns, the Cleveland Browns are a one and done team.
Really?
Yeah. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs. If they get there, they won't do anything in the playoffs. They're just going to be a one and done kind of team.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say this out of mutual respect for the dude and what he's done for the city. Zach Ertz is gonna light it up in Arizona. He's gonna be so good. I mean, I believe the Cardinals needed a tight end, and Ertz was their guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ertz still has a lot left in the tank, and he's gonna be a great target for Kyler Murray. Man, I met that guy in the Philadelphia International Airport. He's been a childhood hero for me since a kid, and I'm really sad he's gone, but I want to see him light it up right in front of the Eagles ownership's face.
Yeah, we'll definitely like to see that. Those are just some of the overreactions that we had for Week 6. While we are back onto the game here with 1st and 10 for the Steelers, Big Ben tried to go with a deep pass to Juju Smith-Schuster, but the pass was broken up and incomplete. Might have been not to Juju Smith-Schuster, to Deontay Johnson. It is now 2nd down and 10 with about 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yep. So is all knotted up. We'll get into the break. There have been a lot of high-scoring blowouts today, and I mean a lot of them. It has not been a gambler's week. So will this be a pitcher's duel? Will this be a barn burner? We'll have to see. But 2nd and 10 for Big Ben. Pressure comes, and it is incomplete. He had to get rid of it.
Yeah, you definitely have to get rid of that one. You know, those are just a place to where you just throw it away, live another day, 3rd and 10, just get a play in mind and try to get the first down.
So with 8:56 left, it is 3rd and 10 for Pittsburgh. This is a big play because you shut down the Seahawks one time. I don't know if you can do it again. I mean, Gino's got to prove something. They both got to prove something. Let's see. 8:52 left to go. 3rd and 10. Multiple people out wide, and Big Ben gets through the sack, but is short from the first down. Is that Freiermuth on the catch? It is.
Yep, it sure is. About a 7-yard pass, just short, 4th and 3. You know, you just have to punt it away.
So, no one has made it. No one has made a scoring play yet. Every drive has resulted in a punt, and we're probably going to go to commercial break in a minute. After this punt, 8:16 left to go. The Steelers will give the ball back to the Seattle Seahawks in a very defensive game so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So far to this point, you know, if you love defense, this is the game for you to start out with. And while we are on commercial break, Ben, your Philadelphia Eagles, they played on Thursday Night Football. They kept it close against the Buccaneers, but they ruined the spread. They lost 28-22 at the Link. How are we feeling, Ben? You're 2-3. Next week, though, you will actually be in person in Las Vegas.
Yes,
when they play the Raiders.
I will.
Tell me what's the mindset for the Eagles right now, knowing that you are 2-4 and you just traded one of your beloved tight ends in the Eagles' history.
Well, that was the shittiest 6-point loss I've ever had or I've ever seen. We looked like we just got outclassed the whole game until the third and fourth quarter, where like we somehow got back into it, and Brady said, "Okay, dude, forget this. Let me just make a couple first downs and let me end this thing and get out of this city." So that was a really, really bad 6-point loss for the Eagles. They looked outclassed the whole game. About Ertz, he was being paid too much. He still has a lot in him, like I said earlier, but his body is starting to break down a little bit. We've seen definitely a decline in what he gives to this team, and we can't be paying him that much. So he had to go in order to free up space and some money for other things. We got a cornerback out of it. That's okay. I would have liked a better pick, but that's fine too. About Vegas, we are going to get our butts whipped. Seriously. I mean, this Vegas team, they have Josh Jacobs who can run. They actually have a decent quarterback. Their defense is pretty good. They're everything we wish to be, except that they have a really unstable head coaching situation. But that didn't seem to matter because they blew out Denver. Not that Denver is anything special either, but, you get my point. We're not special at all. So, I will be happy to be in Las Vegas for that game. I'm going to have a lot of fun in Las Vegas because Las Vegas is Las Vegas and it's fun. But I expect to be taking an L next week at the hands of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, I will say from an outsider's perspective, that Thursday game against the Buccaneers and the Eagles, it was ugly. I remember even throwing out in the football chat when Ben was talking a little bit about Miles Sanders when they rarely ran him a little bit. I said keep that same energy when they're down 28-7. Lo and behold, during the game they actually were down 28-7 at one point. So your boy, slight wizard over here a little bit. Now, granted, I will say the one bright side you could say coming out of this game is you scored 15 unanswered points. You scored 15 you scored 15 unanswered points, and it just simply you couldn't get the job done. I will say that one taunting call by the Eagles was total BS. All the guy did was literally just stand and stare, and they threw a flag. I thought that was ridiculous.
That wasn't what happened, but yeah, keep going.
Now, from a standpoint of would it have affected the game, I don't think it would have. But just from a standpoint of you call taunting plays like that, it's unacceptable. That cannot be what taunting is in the NFL. When there are other matters at hand, you can't focus on a kind of play just like that. We're basically now he probably could have done a little more stuff, but from what I saw, all he literally did was just maybe give a light shove and a look. And that was it.
He said some select words. Because if you saw, his mouth was moving, and if you could read it, it wasn't great. First of all, Gerald Avery shouldn't be running his mouth and doing that stuff. Like, that's stupid. You're a professional. Act like it. Like, don't be making stupid penalties that cost you the game. Second thing I want you to address, Jalen Hurts. People are so impatient, and I can't take it.
Jalen, he wasn't that bad.
No, would you rather have Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz?
Right now, I would rather have Jalen Hurts just because of the potential. The potential is more along the.
You don't even have to say just because of anything, because Jalen Hurts is clearly better. Do you know what Jalen Hurts does? Makes smart passes. I know he's not accurate completely, but that'll get worked out.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get worked out. His eyes are down the field looking for passes the entire time. Carson's eyes are on the floor running around like a mouse in a box until someone hits him. Jalen Hurts is a way better quarterback, and you need to be patient because of his potential and stop having everything catered to you. Like, God.
Yeah. Tell him, Ben. Tell him, Ben.
Really? Like, stop it. All you Negadelphians need to stop it and give the man time. I'm done.
There we go. Well said by Ben Hoyt. As it looked like it was one of the Seattle running backs broke off a sort of beast mode kind of play. It was small. It was a short pass, but it got turned into 27 yards. And then Geno Smith scrambles in the pocket, throws yet another perfect pass for about 12 to 13 yards, getting the Seahawks yet another first down play. As this offense looks to be rolling at the moment so far, these last two plays back to back, looking very well. As you can see, Geno Smith on the NBC replay looking very poised in the pocket, and then their next handoff to Alex Collins, who then follows that up for a gain of about 6 yards. So right now, this Seahawks drive is looking very good, Ben. If you're Seattle, how important is it for this drive to come away with some points?
No, really important. I believe Pittsburgh will at least score in this game. I don't think they're going to get shut out. Your defense is sort of crap. So your offense needs to support the defensive flaws. Obviously, that's what Philly has to do, and Seattle sort of in the same situation. Two birds think alike. You see what I did there? Birds.
I did. That was very creative. Two birds think alike, but the Steelers defense comes back with the stop as they hold Alex Collins to a 1-yard loss. It is now third down and a much needed 5 yards for the Seahawks. I mean, you look at that Steelers defense, they just read out that play. They read what the Seahawks were doing, and they stopped them right as the play was about to start here. 3rd and 5, and they definitely must convert here for the Seahawks, just outside of field goal range. We'll see what to do here. Play clock down to 5 for Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. As they just get the ball snapped, Geno Smith in the pocket, throwing, and it is incomplete, batted away by the Steelers defense. It will be 4th and 5 for the Seahawks, and it is yet another 3 and out for this Seahawks offense.
Well, that running play, I'm going to make another pun here, and I'm so sorry. It killed 2 birds with 1 stone. First of all, you shut down that play, made it 3rd and 5, made it tough on Geno Smith. Second, you kept them out of field goal range. So now they have to punt it again, or they have to go for it. But I wouldn't assume they would do that. So good stop by the Steelers. Now get your offense on the field and go score.
Mm-hmm.
Should be simple.
Yeah, we'll see what the Seahawks do. Looks like they're running the clock to try and get the defense to jump offsides. It does not work. They will take the delay of game. They will take the extra 5 yards to help ensure the punter. So instead of being 4th and 5, it will now be 4th down and 10. Hopefully, it'll help the punter be able to try and pin the Steelers back in their own territory.
Yeah,
and we're starting. We're starting to see this more often when teams are in a position like that, and it's 4th and 5. They try to get the defense to jump, and if it doesn't work, they just take the 5 yards, and it only just helps the punter try and pin it down in their own territory.
Yeah, I mean, what harm is there? Give the kicker more room to get a punt off. And by the way, that punt was fantastic. If they jump, they jump. If they don't, they don't. All right, you take the 5 yards. You give the kicker some extra room.
I mean, and now you look at it. Sorry to interrupt. It was what a pathetic special teams, man. They had them pinned inside the 5, but because they could not hang on to the ball, it looks like it's going to be a touchback. So instead of being pinned inside the 5, which the refs are going to look around and see what happened, because it was quite a scene. It looked like they had a pin inside the 5, and then it was just a brouhaha on who was going to get it. So we look and see 28 on the Seahawks. He bats it away.
I thought he batted it away.
He did bat it away, but you have to fully recover it. And number 57 on the Seahawks did not fully recover it, and he stumbled into the end zone.
Oh my God.
And the ball was loose, so therefore it is a touchback. Expect to see that play on Come On Man for tomorrow's Monday Night Football. I expect to see that on Come On Man and you look at as a special teams man, you cannot let that happen. You went from and this is a big break for the Steelers. You went from being pinned inside your own 5, now in comfortable range at your own 25-yard line.
Well, I can understand that momentum, it's hard to keep your feet, but when the ball's coming right towards you and it's in your hands, just try to at least keep on your feet. Like maybe stand up and grab the ball like a normal human being.
Yeah, or if worst case, if you know you're going to fall over, just throw it back.
Right.
Just throw it back because there's no harm, no foul. If you throw it back, so be it. They're pinned at the 10-yard line. And hey, if you throw it to the Steelers player, if they catch it, it's free game. You could bam, hit them in the fumble and you get the ball.
Well, yeah, that's going to be something they're going to look at in the film room with the special teams.
Oh yeah, that special teams coordinator is going to give them a mouthful because you look at that and that's just like I mentioned before, and that's just something you can't let happen. That's why special teams. A lot of people don't realize this. That's why special teams are so important. Because you look at it, the Steelers went from being panicked, pinned inside the 5-yard line, to now being comfortably at around their own 25, 20-yard line. No need to worry, and they could choose whatever play they want.
By the way, since we're at a commercial break, the Bears lose. Ethan Carbone's Bears lost today against Wise Jesus Green Bay Packers.
That's right.
I can't be any more satisfied with this. Matt, your thoughts?
That's right, man. What a great win this was for the Green Bay Packers. They moved to 5-1. It is their 5th consecutive win on this football season. Now, one thing I will say, we started out very slow. It was not a good start. But like the old saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the Packers finished fantastically. They were unreal. Their defense held the Bears to 14 points, kept them in check, and just overall as a whole, they were great. And one thing I would like to throw up here. I am going to share the screen here for a hot second. I am going to show the ever classic that went down here for this Packers Bears game. Now, as you can see, if I could find the whole thing, here is what the man Aaron Rodgers says. That is how I feel for every Bears fan in the world. I still own you. Now that's a clean version. He did say also, I still fucking own you. Yeah. I own you. And the reason why he said that, you want to know why, Ben? He spotted a Bears fan giving him the double bird. You know, the 2 middle fingers, the old Eli Manning special on Monday Night Football. And rightfully so, he says, I still own you. That's how I feel about the Bears fans.
Yes, except Eli Manning, that happened in this city, and he doesn't own us. I mean, he has a terrible losing record against us, and the most mediocre quarterback that'll probably get into the Hall of Fame.
Bro, he won 2 rings. That's the only reason why he'll get in.
Do you know what his record is against the Eagles?
Oh, I have no idea what his record is against the Eagles.
Oh, it's something like 10-20. Like something like horrible. And like when he's at the link, it's even worse.
Ooh. But anyways, back to the Packers looking. It was a great win by the Green Bay Packers. They're 5-1. And now I saw in our Unwrapped Sports football chat.
Yes.
I love my man Anthony Conover. Love him to death.
Mm-hmm.
But he said the Green Bay Packers were the worst 4-1 team I've ever seen. Now 5-1. And to that, I just simply say we're just injured and we're finding ways to win. It doesn't matter what kind of roster you have. It's how you finish and how you get the job done. That's what matters. You could have all the injuries you have, but if you ain't winning, people are going to look at you differently. If the Packers' record was the exact opposite, if they had all the injuries and they were 2-4, or if they were 2-4 or 2-3, they'd be looking at the Packers a lot different. But they're 5-1. They're in a respectable position, and they're doing great. And we're only going to get healthier. Bakhtiari is going to be back next week. Jason Myers is going to be healthy. Darnell Savage will be healthy. Jair Alexander will hopefully be back by week 8, week 9. Things are going to come. Things are going to come around. And I think for the Packers, it was a great win. Like I stated earlier, started out a little slow. I did not like how he started in the first quarter, but we kept our poise. We got a turnover with the interception that Justin Fields threw, which we did get avoided. We did get away with offside. It looked like it was offside, but hey, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. It's not my business. And it was just simply a nice win. And it is yet another win against the Bears. I don't think Matt LaFleur has ever lost to the Bears. I think he is now 5-0 against the Chicago Bears. So, we just got everything better than the Bears. We got the better quarterback. We got the better head coach. We even got a better named Matt. I mean, the Bears got Matt Nagy, and he stinks. And we got Matt LaFleur, and he flourishes.
We also have Matt Skora for Green Bay.
That's right.
By the way, I would love to see that in Jeopardy. I will take I Still Fucking Own You for 200.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. But overall, it was a great win by the Green Bay Packers. In a great mood. We're 5-1. We got next week against Washington, and then the 5-game gauntlet before a bye week, which that 5-game gauntlet consists of Arizona, Kansas City, Seattle, Minnesota, and the Rams.
By the way, just about the Jeopardy joke, I'm actually a little sad that Aaron Rodgers isn't hosting Jeopardy. I thought he was actually okay.
Yeah, no worries. Just wait until February. You'll probably see him hosting Jeopardy a little bit.
Well, they have permanent hosts now.
Yeah, but I mean, if they ever have like a celebrity guest host day,
If
they ever have a celebrity guest hosting for Jeopardy, bam, Aaron Rodgers is that guy.
Deep pass.
With that being said, go ahead, Ben.
Deep pass for Ben Roethlisberger, incomplete, 4th and 6, and the Steelers will punt again. So this first quarter has not generated a single point of offense. It has not generated even a kick attempt. It has all been punt, punt, punt. And that has been your first quarter. It's a very quick-moving one, to be completely honest. 47 seconds left on the clock. The Steelers will boot it away, and Seattle will return it. Hesitates and gets smeared. All right, right around the 20.
Definitely right around the 20. Let's kind of give, if you'd like, some fantasy football updates as we are in a commercial break. I am in 9 fantasy football leagues. Ben, you are only in a couple. I'll give you the floor, Ben. How are we looking for our fantasy rosters, just as a whole? How are we doing?
A couple, Matt. I'm in 5. 5's pretty good. All right, not as much as you, but still. All right. So for Sleeper and Unwrapped, I'm winning 1 and I'm losing 1. Just a meh week. In the Ultimate Fantasy Football League, I'm going to win again. I'm projected for 172.46. Team Rasputin is going to be pretty much done. They have Devin Singletary left in the Monday night game, but otherwise, no shot there. 99% chance to win. Unwrapped redraft. Jimmy Unwrapped has a 91% chance to win. Do I have someone in this game? No, he has Tyler Lockett, and I have
you got Singletary and possibly AJ Brown.
Yeah, well, that my hopes rest on that. So 9% chance to win. I'm 3-2. I would go to 500 if I lost that. For the Ultimate Fantasy Football League, I will move to the only team to be 5-1.
Damn, in my own league too. It's ridiculous.
No, I own you in your league. Yeah.
That's the only thing that you own. That's mine. For my fantasy football update, in my own league, the commissioner, I am somehow 2-3. I am soon to be 2-4 because I am just getting slaughtered by my good friend. And, when you got Jarvis Landry and Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the IR, really nothing else you could do. And when you got Matt Ryan on the bye week and decide to throw in Daniel Jones, bad things happen. AB gave me some solid points, though. Gave me like 24 points. But the rest of the team was pretty much, as the great Anthony Conover would say, dog water. I'm about to be 2-4 in my own league. Now, on the redraft, I gave my other co-host, Caleb Conant, no mercy whatsoever. I am beating him 162.26 to 98.54. I unleashed the hound on him. I got Stafford gave me solid points. The Bears running back, Khalil Herbert, gave me a nice old-fashioned 19 points. Kareem Hunt gave me 10. I'm still waiting on Stephon Diggs. Keenan Allen gave me 10. TJ Hawkinson finally came through, gave me 15. Cortland Sutton gave me 23. I'm still waiting on Cole Beasley for a Monday night. Leonard Fournette gave me a nice old-fashioned 30 points. And Kirk Cousins gave me a nice 27. And Christian McCaffrey's on the IR for me, but I got no problem. I am 3-2, soon to be 4-2.
By the way, taking a look at this, I have 2 players on the IR, Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Russell Wilson. And just a correction, I will not be the only team that will be 5-1. Jalen will also be 5-1 at the end of the week. But I beat him in some stats. So I will be the number 1 seed if the playoffs ended today. Ended today, yeah.
And then in another one of my fantasy leagues, the Patreon redraft, I have a 91% chance to win. I'm 5-0, and I have Najee Harris playing right now. The only players I am waiting on are Josh Allen and A.J. Brown, and Chase Claypool is playing for me. So hopefully that'll help me overcome my deficit. I am totally whooping this kid. I'm 3-2. I've lost 2 straight. But I look to be 4-2 as my team just put on a clinic. Joe Mixon, how we doing? We got Justin Jefferson doing great things for me. Keenan Allen, great things. Robert Woods, great things. TJ Hawkinson coming through. Gesicki finally breaks through. Kirk Cousins clutching up. The Packers defense doing well. And just overall as a whole, I just pretty much owned them. I whooped them. Whooped them from start to finish. And that was the same guy I did a trade with during the season. You ready to hear what he gave me, Ben, for DeAndre Hopkins?
Yes.
So I had DeAndre Hopkins and Antonio Gibson. This is what he gave me for those 2. He gave me Keenan Allen, Joe Mixon, who gave me nice old-fashioned 23 points, Cortland Sutton, and his own first-round pick. I beat him this week, so safe to say
that is a Dynasty.
What?
Unwrapped Dynasty?
No. This is one of my buddies' dynasty leagues that he created. That is what we call a Jameis Winston W.
Yep.
Now, in the Unwrapped Dynasty, I just got brutally murdered by Unwrapped member Corey Easley. I had no chance. Damian Harris gave him 17. Yeah, he had Darrell Henderson gave him 23. You got Brandon Cooks come through. Joe Mixon came through for him. Derek Carr did great things, and I had Kadarius Toney got hurt, didn't do anything. Jacoby Myers did nothing. Chuba Hubbard was I. Mark Andrews I. Godwin did not perform. DeAndre Swift did I. Aaron Jones did I. And then Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff struggled. I'm about to be 2-4 in the Unwrapped Dynasty and have 3 straight L's, and that is not good.
Nope. So actually in my other fantasy leagues, I'll go over those right now as the second quarter keeps rolling. You can get the updates on the screen right there. For my leagues, I am going to lose 1 league. I will lose another league. This I don't even pay attention to, so I think that's Ethan's league. And I will win this league, though. This is an important one. This is one with my friends. I accidentally left 2 people on bye, and I will still win that game.
Yeah, we like to see that. Just even Even when you forget, you still win.
Yes. A little bit of a come on man moment is I left Adam Thielen on the bench.
Ooh, yeah, that is a come on, man.
But I had Patty Mahomes and Aaron Jones to make up for it.
Oh yeah, that's a definitely a good makeup for that. I had a come on man moment as well. I forgot to add a receiver when Darius Slayton was inactive, but I am projected to win 97%. The only thing I have left is the Bills defense, and I am up 110.58 to 100.48. So the only way how I managed to lose this week is if the Bills give me negative 11 fantasy points against the Tennessee Titans. And I don't see that happening unless King Henry just goes ballistic. And the special teams just fumbles every play.
Yep. So those are the Unwrapped Fantasy updates. Still 0-0. Have we started the second quarter yet?
Yes, we have. We just got the first couple plays. About let's see here, 43 seconds into the second quarter, and it is 4th and 1 for the Seattle Seahawks. Pass incomplete. Geno Smith to Gerald Everett. Seahawks are set to punt.
Man, none of these teams can catch a break, and none of these teams could score, apparently. It is still 0-0, and they will be punting it away. Coming up at the half, we'll go over some NFL games that happened today. We'll also be doing the cameo prices as usual. And I don't know what category I want to do today, so I'm going to check that out right now. And we'll have fun at halftime, so don't go anywhere. Stick with us throughout the whole halftime as well.
Definitely stick through with us throughout the half. And as you can see on the NBC, just Russell Wilson simply going through the motions as he is inactive for, I'd say, about 4 to 6 weeks.
All right, let's take a look at this.
And then 1st down and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, down at their own 46-yard line. Give to Najee Harris, gains about a yard. 2nd down and 9. And Ben, you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers offense has been slowly moving along. What's going to be the play here that could help improve the offense and give them some sort of juice?
I mean, you have to gain yards on 1st down. I haven't seen that a ton. A lot of 3 and out today's game. If just establish the run, if you get to at least 4 yards, I mean, you're in a great position. If you feel comfortable passing it, please do. If not, gain some more yards. But you just gotta, get past that yellow line. By the way, I'm a little confused why the yellow line doesn't show up when you go to actual football games. Haha, joke.
Yeah, you're funny. You're funny, Ben. You gotta sign up to be a stand-up comedian.
No, I would be terrible. You know what? Let's do a let's do a weird category today. How do you feel about soccer?
Soccer wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the World Cup's coming next year, so.
Well, but how well do you know your soccer?
Oh, barely.
Okay.
I mean, you talk about throwing through a toss-up. Like, that's going to be a toss-up. Any given price will just be a guessed.
All right, then. Well, what sports do you really know besides the main 4?
Besides the main 4, well, I know a little football, know a little basketball, know a little baseball. Let's see. I mean, if you want to do famous singers or celebrities.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that actually.
Yeah, just throw out random singers or celebrities and go from there.
Except there's a lot of nobodies in here, so what we're gonna do is we're going to do Let's do Disney. Why don't we do Disney? Because I'm going there in 2 weeks, and I'm going to be missing time because of it. So why don't we just do Disney?
That sounds great.
All right. So we will be doing Disney. Also, to add, I sent you a vid, Matt, of this. Did you see the girl who did our cameo prices thing?
I did see that.
Ripped us off.
And did you also see the Deontay Johnson 25-yard run?
I did see that 25-yard run.
That's the big play the Steelers needed on this offensive drive. Now you use that momentum and you cash in on some points.
Agreed. But while those plays are going on, I'm going to go get a phone charger, so I'll be right back. As always, hold down the fort.
Will you? As Ben goes to get a phone charger, the Pittsburgh Steelers move inside the 5-yard line. And if you guys cannot tell, I'm enjoying some chicken and a biscuit. It is very delicious. You should buy them at any store that sells them near you. On this run is a 12-yard pass to the Steelers tight end. First and goal for the Steelers inside the 5. Definitely a must cash in touchdown moment here. As I repeat once again, first and goal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see what kind of play design they have up here. Would not be shocked here if this is a simple handoff to Najee Harris just to see how the Seattle Seahawks defense, the kind of formation that they're lined up in. First and goal, play clock down to 5 for Big Ben. Roethlisberger in the pocket, throws his bat up in the air, and it is incomplete. Second down and goal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You look at it, it was a simple bat up on the line for the Seahawks defense. Almost came away with the interception. And, you look at just simply went through the hands of Jamal Adams. That's simply a play that you have to make as a defense. You have to make the interception. You have to make the play. And, on the next one, second down and goal, and Big Ben has to call a timeout for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we'll see what kind of play design they have up here. I'm of the mindset of second down and goal, you're at the 5-yard line. Just do a simple handoff to Najee Harris and just simply see what happens. If Najee Harris breaks through, bam, you got a 5-yard touchdown, easy money. And worst case scenario, if he gains maybe a yard or two, you could just try to run a simple touch pass or a little sweep play and go from there. So now with that timeout being called, Big Ben walking back out to the field in the huddle, calling the play. It is now second down and goal. We'll see what the Pittsburgh Steelers have up their sleeves. We'll see if they follow my mode or if they do something else. Play clock winding down to 10. Here looks like an empty pocket for Ben Roethlisberger. It's a play clock nears 5. Ben back to pass, throws to Najee Harris, and it is a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger to Najee Harris for the 5-yard touchdown. And that right there, it is a big play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You strike first in the game, strike blood in the second quarter. As you can see on the screen, touchdown to Najee Harris. We'll see if Boswell makes the extra point. But overall, a great drive by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Perfect execution down the field. Perfect offense. And the extra point was good. The Pittsburgh Steelers strike first, and they take a lead over the Seattle Seahawks 7-0. And that right there is a perfect drive for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what you want. You want a perfect drive like that, as you saw there. 54 yards, 8 plays, chewed a lot of clock, 4 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock. And now you give pressure to the Seattle Seahawks to try and counter in and just simply try and get a score to either keep pace with the Steelers, or, if you tie them, fantastic. We got ourselves a tie game. And with the commercial break, there's also another game that is happening upon us. It is on the baseball side of the spectrum. It is game 2 of the NLCS. As many of you guys may know, I am a diehard Dodger fan. And for you guys who decided to tune in for Sunday Night Football, to give a quick baseball score update, we are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th inning. We have Trey Turner up to bat, and it is a 3-1 count, 1 out. And we have Mookie Betts on base here in the top of the 5th. The only runs for the Braves and the Dodgers tonight, we had a 2-run homer by Corey Seager in the top of the 1st. And just in the bottom of the 4th, we had a 2-run homer by Jock Peterson, or as I like to call him, Jocktober. So we'll see what happens there as we are on commercial break here for Sunday Night Football. But for the baseball side of things, it is a full count, top of the 5th inning with one man gone. We got Minter pitching to Trey Turner. Trey Turner, who's been struggling so far this postseason, hopefully could try and get it together here for the postseason just to try and put pressure on the Braves and try to get a run around base. As there's a full count here. Got Minter on the mound. Set to pitch and fouls off again by Trey Turner. It's a sixth pitch during the at-bat. They simply set it away here. And this is definitely an important at-bat for Trey Turner and for the pitcher as well. They try to get out of the jam. The man on first, see if they can get an inning-ending double play. And for Trey Turner, just to simply see if he can gain some momentum. As we have Michael in the comment section, Braves to the moon. I don't know about that. They did get a big game 1 victory yesterday with the Austin Riley game-winning single. So I do give them props for that. But it's a best of 7. There's plenty that could go around. And as we just saw, Trey Turner struck out swinging. And just simply got Trey Turner to chase, and that's simply been his downfall. This postseason, there's just been pitches outside the zone, and he's just been chasing them. And, that's just simply, you can't let that happen. As we are back here for NFL Sunday after the commercial break. And a nice, decent return by the Seahawks as they return it to about their own 30-yard line. They return it to about their own 30-yard line. And we will see as they run through, as this is the Seahawks and the Steelers, they rarely play each other. I believe this is one of the first matchups since the Super Bowl 40 matchup to where the Steelers beat up on the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks, as we are back here. We got Ben back on the stream.
You cannot believe the journey I just took. Go ahead. Then I'll tell my story.
So Geno Smith, play action pass, throws it, and what a throw. Shimmied it in there for DK Metcalf, a gain of about 15 yards as they are down about their own 45. And Ben, what was your ever so faithful journey to get a simple phone charger?
So I have the iPhone 12, which requires a special type of charging port. And then I lost that specific type of charger. So then I found the charger. Then I lost the charging port. And then I lost the phone. I found the charging port, then I lost my phone. So I lost 3 things in one sequence. How did the Steelers score, Matt?
The Steelers scored from a 5-yard touchdown pass to Najee Harris.
That is fun. 7-0. Finally, someone finally scores in the second quarter. A 14-yard pass to DK Metcalf is complete. And it looks like the offenses are starting to, wake themselves up.
Mm-hmm. I also, while you were gone, told the viewers how great chicken and a biscuit is. Because I'm having some right now, and it's delicious.
What? Oh, is that chicken skin?
No, it's chicken and a biscuit. It's baked snack crackers made with real cheddar cheese.
But what's the chicken in it?
I don't know. There is no chicken.
There's no chicken, but it's called chicken in a biscuit.
It's a name brand. I don't know.
Didn't you say before I left that you were eating chicken skin?
No, I said I was eating chicken in a biscuit. That's the brand, what it's called. on the box. It says chicken and a biscuit.
Okay, but time out. So it's bread crack. Okay, what are the ingredients?
So the ingredients, you got unbleached, enriched flour, wheat
No.
flour.
Okay, I don't care about flour. I'm just saying, like, what's like?
They are baked snack crackers.
Yes, no. What's visibly in the chicken? Bread, cheese, and what?
Well, there's contains wheat and soy. There's some canola oil. There's some sugar. There's some salt. There's some dextrose soda. There's some onion powder. There's some dehydrated cooked chicken. That's what it is. Hydrolyzed corn and yeast protein. Spice extractives, disodium inosonate, and disodium guanylate.
I was gonna say, if there was no chicken, why would you call your brand Chicken in a Biscuit if there was no chicken?
Well, there is. It's dehydrated.
But now it's been cleared up that there is chicken, so I'm less on top of it. That's fine. All right, 7-0, 8:43 left to go. After the chicken in a biscuit debate, and by the way, the last 2 weeks have been full of like debates, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just look at even the last two streams.
Yes.
Debate. I mean, we had week 4. We had Brady's return. We had some guests on, and then of course, last week had a whole 1 hour weather delay, 4 hours on the stream.
Yes.
And now this stream, the weather looks nice in Pittsburgh, and just hopefully smooth sailing. And you also missed, Ben, while we're on commercial break, I was talking about the game 2 of the NLCS that is occurring right now. As the update right now, it's tied at 2 in the top of the 5th. We have a 1-2 count from Gavin Lux, 2 outs. We got Will Smith on first, Mookie Betts on second. Got a 1-2 count towards Gavin Lux.
By the way, speaking of playoff baseball, I'm in a pool where the winner gets to be followed by a baseball journalist in Philadelphia. I'm glad to say, with the one team I got right, because of my spectacular regular season results, I win the pool and I will get the follow.
Heck yeah, we had a great comment here for the podcast. Appreciate it, John.
John, no. John, what are you doing? John, okay, you can answer this for me, John. If you don't have chicken in a brand called Chicken in a Biscuit, do you call your brand Chicken in a Biscuit? Because it's nor biscuit nor chicken. And
That'll be an interesting debate there.
Let me step away from one. Yes, all day long. You're going to be calling it Chicken in a Biscuit. Yeah, John.
I mean, hey, it sells.
But,
now, granted, there actually
it's not
is
a biscuit, nor does it have any remnants of chicken. It's like chicken infused into things, but it's not chicken, nor a biscuit.
But does it taste like chicken? And does it taste like a biscuit?
Does it taste like chicken?
Absolutely.
It does? Okay. But
yeah. And also his reason is because it makes sense. See? How
does it make sense?
Well, it's shaped like a biscuit, and maybe it tastes like chicken. Therefore,
let me see the cracker. Let me see what it looks like.
Okay.
Hold up close so the viewers can see.
Here is the chicken and the biscuit up close. It is a nice
look like a biscuit. That looks like a cracker. It looks like a saltine.
Well, it is actually a baked snack cracker.
But where's the biscuit? No, Matt. Post that. Matt is right, therefore he is right.
There we go.
It's not a biscuit. It's a saltine.
Maybe it tastes like a biscuit.
No, but there's no chicken nor biscuit.
There's dehydrated chicken.
Oh my god.
There's a dehydrated cooked chicken. It says in the ingredients.
Dehydrated, but like if you're gonna name your brand Chicken and a Biscuit, I expect like chicken stuffed biscuits. Just that. Because that's a chicken and a biscuit.
You're gonna have to
sort of like chicken pot pie, you know?
Well, you don't see pot in the pie.
No. Well, no, because it's in a pot. It's chicken pot pie.
Yeah, but what if people are thinking about the other pot? You know.
Why would someone mix that up?
If you want to make a big ol' edible. Some people think differently. Sometimes people got a different breed. But we got a big old play there by Najee Harris. Think of it as either a rush or a pass for about a gain of about 11 to 12. Here we go. 12-yard pass to my boy, Najee Harris. Racking me up some fantasy points, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I will step away for a moment. I'll be right.
All right. With Ben stepping away, Najee Harris just recently made a big play for a 12-yard pass. We'll see what Big Ben has up in store. Looks like a nice little pocket. We got Ben up front, play clock at 5. It is a simple handoff to Najee Harris as he gains about 3 yards. 3 yards there, and it is second down and about 7 yards. And we have Najee Harris, as you can see on the NBC broadcast, moving to the sidelines, going off the field. And we'll see what is in store here for the Steelers. And, I mean, you look at this Seahawks defense, I mean, they have to step up and make another big play here because if the Steelers cash in for another touchdown, this game is going to get ugly really quickly. As Pittsburgh has yet another first down, they complete the pass to the rookie tight end. The Steelers' offense is slowly but surely moving the ball down the field. As you can see on the screen here, a good pass of about 9 yards to, I believe it is Freiermuth. I believe I pronounced that name incorrectly, but I would say close enough. He has 4 catches for 37 yards. Another first down and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A Big Ben calling the plays. Play clock down to 5. As they have a toss play to the running back, and he gains about 4 yards on the play. Play to Balaj, but there is a flag on the play. Would not be shocked if it were holding on the offense. We'll see what the refs call here. As it is personal foul on the face mask on the defense, so I was completely wrong on that play, is a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's something for the Seahawks you cannot have. You cannot have that kind of play like that because now you give an extra 15 yards. Now you give an extra 15 yards to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Instead of it being second down and 6, it's now first and 10, and they're in your own territory. As the Steelers are down to the Seattle Seahawks 46-yard line. That's Big Ben in the pocket again. Once again, play clock down to 5. A simple play action and a simple pass to Najee Harris. Makes a man miss. He gains about 4 yards, and it looks like there will not be another flag that will be thrown. As it looked like Najee Harris was tackled late on the sidelines, they will not throw any flags at all. Gain about 4 yards. I mean, we look at Najee Harris just simply making people miss. I mean, this is something that he did in Alabama so well, making people miss and powering through people. Gained 6 yards after the pass. And right now, this Steelers team is looking very well. Here's second down and 4, shotgun formation for Ben Roethlisberger. Play clock winding down. Gets the snap away. Hands off yet again to the Pittsburgh Steelers running backs, this time to Najee Harris. Once again, as his forward progress gives him about 2 yards. As it is about third down and 4. A very, very possible chance at converting for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you can see along the side so far, the Steelers off to a great start. As you can see in the stat line, you see a stat line for Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, and Ben Roethlisberger. Once again, Ben Roethlisberger in shotgun formation. We got about 3 minutes left here in the half. Big Ben back to pass, and it looks like there's a flag on the play, throwing it deep and incomplete. The pass was to Deontay Johnson. We will see what the flag is on. And it was offside on the defense, so it was a free play, 5-yard penalty, and it is yet another first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And once again, another horrible penalty by the Seattle Seahawks. Those are just penalties you can't have. You can't have that face mask penalty. You can't have this offsides penalty like that just because it gives the Steelers another opportunity for a first down. They have a chance now, first down and 10, down in the red zone at about the 19-yard line. Play clock down to 3 for Ben Roethlisberger, and they just get it off. They hand off to Najee Harris, and he gains about 4 to 5 yards. It just seems like Najee Harris is having his way with this Seattle Seahawks defense. It always seems like almost every carry he has is about 4 or 5 yards. Steelers are definitely controlling this game so far. Got 2.5 minutes left in the half. Second down and 6 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see what they have up their sleeves. As they pan over to Chase Claypool and back to Ben Roethlisberger. Play clock down to about 10 seconds. Motioning in. And a nice toss play for Najee Harris. So far, good blocking by the Steelers. And Najee Harris, once again on the run, this time gains about 2 to 3 yards. So as we look at, we hit the 2-minute warning here in the half. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead 7-0, and Jamal Adams laying the hammer on Najee Harris, making the big play as we head to commercial break. It is third down. It will be 3rd down and 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And while we are on commercial break, let's give a quick NLCS update. We got the Braves and the Dodgers still tied at 2 games apiece. We got a 0-1 count, 1 out, man on first for the Atlanta Braves. And as we look at it, as we look at the game day here, they removed Max Scherzer and replace him with Alex Vesia. Max Scherzer only going 4 1/3. The only real blemish he had was allowing that 2-run homer to Jock Peterson, which is why we are tied at 2 games apiece. I'm sorry, not tied at 2 games apiece. Tied at 2-2 in this game 2. We look at Eddie Rosario up. We got a single by Dansby Swanson. It's in the first, and then Arcia strikes out, mound visit, pitching change. And as we saw Scherzer pitching, let me look at the Dodgers lineup. You look at they probably pinch hit in Scherzer because either his pitch count was high or just didn't have it. Didn't have it during the day. You look at Dodgers bullpen has been pretty much great so far this postseason, and this is definitely a must-win game for the Dodgers because you cannot afford to go down 0-2 in the series. And for the Braves, you look at they're in a situation where if they win and go up 2-0, they're in good hands. But if they tie it at 1, 1-1 going to Los Angeles on Tuesday, is going to be an interesting, grueling series. But we are nearing back from commercial break on Sunday night for Sunday Night Football. And a quick little update. It is a 0-2 count from Vesia to Eddie Rosario. And it's a ball in the dirt. It is a 1-2 count. And during halftime, Ben and I will be discussing some of the games that we liked during week 6 And we'll also be doing the guess the cameo price. And we are back from commercial break. It is a 3rd down and 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben back to pass. And it is complete to Chase Claypool. It is a 1st down and goal for the Pittsburgh Steelers, a gain of 6 yards. Interesting play design there. Well, we look at Ben doing the perfect audible in the pocket. It was wide open. Quick, easy pass to Claypool. And that's how they get the 6-yard pass. And Seattle instantly calls a timeout, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. So if Pittsburgh does score, the Seahawks have a chance to try and get down, either get a field goal or a touchdown. John is 1st and goal once again for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see what they have in store. Would not be shocked here if they either did a play action pass or if they just simply did a simple handoff to Najee Harris. But by the looks of the formation, you got Ben Roethlisberger in the pocket. And we'll see simply what they have up their sleeves. And a simple Ben Roethlisberger handoff to Najee Harris. And he will break through, and he gains about 4 yards, and he is down at about the 1-yard line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Seahawks will call their final timeout of the half. About 1:48 left to go in this first half of action. So, I mean, you look at it, looked like Najee Harris will be stopped for no gain, but the resilience he has and the power, he just pulls through, gains 5 yards, as you see on your screen. We look at Najee Harris, 12 carries, 27 yards, and a touchdown. About 4 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown. So far, looking very good here. So far, doing very well as we pan on the NBC side of things, waving the terrible towel. Big Ben settling the crowd down. 2nd down and goal. Handoff to Najee Harris, and it looks like he is stopped short for no gain on the play. It is 3rd down and goal. We'll see what the Steelers have up in store. Ben, you missed some action. It is right now 3rd and goal as the Steelers are down at the Seahawks 1-yard line.
I'm surprised someone hasn't scored since I was on that FaceTime.
No, but progress has been made for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see what they do again as they're draining it down. Play clock about 10 seconds. And they do a quick flip to Eric Ebron. It is a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They get yet another touchdown as they are up 13-0 in this game. The extra point awaiting for Chris Boswell. Ben, what were your overall thoughts on this drive by the Pittsburgh Steelers? Long time consuming drive, and then you cash it in with yet another touchdown just before the half.
Great drive for Pittsburgh, because obviously Seattle can't get anything done. And taking a look, now you push into a 2-score lead. Now you're basically forcing them to try to score.
You're definitely forced to try to score. As you can see on the screen here, 14 plays, 64 yards, almost 7 minutes chewed off, and then you cash it in for a touchdown. That just seems like regular old-fashioned Pittsburgh Steelers football. Run the ball, play good defense, and that's just simply all you can ask for. And you look at, this was a huge score for the Steelers just before the half, like I mentioned earlier. Now you leave the Seahawks, minute 4, no timeouts. And so far for this first half, it has been very, very one-sided football. The Steelers, they've been dominating the time of possession, dominating in points, and just overall dominating as a whole. And I'll throw it out to you, Ben. For the other side of things, for the Seahawks, they have a minute 4 left. What do you do if you're the Seahawks? Minute 4, no timeouts. How can you find a way to try and get points before the end of the half?
This is a toughie because, even with time, Seattle really can't score. Now there's a time limit. There's 1:04 left to go. You're going to be probably starting on what? Your 20?
About the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I feel like your goal here is just to get into field goal range. I totally see this could be a blowout actually if Seattle doesn't score here. Who gets the ball in the second half? I believe it's Pittsburgh.
That's a great question. Let me see. Wrong one. I think they do. Wait, who started the ball with kickoff? Let me.
If it's the Steelers that start out with the ball, man, this game could be over very quickly on the first drive, even in the second half.
No, it was the Steelers. The Steelers had the ball first, so it would be the Seahawks get the ball in the second half.
All right, then that's not bad. If you score a touchdown, great. If not, kick the field goal and then score on your next drive. You make it a 4-point game.
Bam! There you go. Wise words by Ben Hoyt.
Yes. All right, so let me pull up Cameo real quick because that will be very shortly. Right. I'm gonna sort these. Let's see, high to low, apply. But yeah, we have 104 left to go. Let's do one of our segments. Which segment do you want to do?
We can do. We could actually do if you want. If you want, we could discuss. We could discuss some of the. Shoot, why am I drawing a blank? Some of the games that went down for Week 6.
That sounds pretty good right now because then I can just pull up Cameo as soon as it turns halftime. All right. NFL Week 6. Of course, Eagles played Thursday Night Football. We're not going to be talking about that. Packers, we can't talk about that either. It's part of our segment. All right, I'll start. I love the Cowboys-Patriots game. I mean, I was out golfing for most of the day, so I didn't get to see a ton of football. But that Cowboys-Patriots game was a game for the ages. I mean, Mac Jones looked super good. So did Dak. And there was a great pass to CeeDee Lamb over Jalen Mills, my former Bird, for the touchdown. Gave him a nice wave goodbye, and that was the ball game in overtime. Great game by both sides. Patriots should not be ashamed for that. Dallas is a good team, and you put up a really good fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely did put up a good fight. I mean, this is simply one of those to where, you force it into OT and, you just fell short. Let's just call what it is. Just simply the better team won. The Cowboys, they have the better roster on paper, and it showed. And the Patriots, they had a lot of poised moments in that game. I mean, you look at Mac Jones. Mac Jones for the most part had a decent game. I mean, looking at his stat line, 15 of 21, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he did have the one interception. And that one interception was to Trayvon Diggs, who had a pick 6. And, I mean, for the most part, you look at for the Patriots, the only thing that sucks with the Patriots is you come away with this saying you're 2-4. And, I mean, they had opportunities to get it done, and they just simply couldn't. And, it all came down to overtime and who had the ball first. It was the Dallas Cowboys. They had the ball first. And normally in OT, what happens when you have the ball first, Ben? You normally go and score. And that's exactly what the Cowboys did with the game-winning pass to CeeDee Lamb. And, I mean, you look at it started also the Pats. They even scored first with a touchdown, and the Cowboys came back. And it was very back and forth. Very back and forth for that matter. And the drama that came in, it was the fourth quarter is when the drama really started kicking in a high gear. It's when the Mac Jones and company scored a touchdown to go out 21-20. And then it looked like things were going to change and turn when the Cowboys missed a field goal. It looked like the tie was going to switch. But Mac Jones changed everything when Trayvon Diggs read the pass, got a pick six. They fell on a 2-point conversion. But on the very next play after the pick six, talk about a bounce back. Mac Jones throws a 75-yard touchdown pass to Kendall Bourne, 29-26. But the Pats defense let him down. Greg Zuerlein drove down the field. Dak Prescott, kick it, field goal, tied at 29. And the Pats had the ball first. They had exactly what they wanted, but they couldn't get anything. They were forced to punt. And Dak Prescott, 80 yards, drove it down the field perfectly. And Dak threw a perfect 35-yard pass to CeeDee Lamb, and that was all she wrote. And this just overall for the Pats, it's another tough loss. I mean, you look at the Pats, they've had 3 tough losses this year. They had the tough loss week 1 against the Dolphins when Damian Harris fumbled the ball. They then had the tough loss to Tampa in week 4 last week when you had a chance to win it and your kicker just fell short. And then in week 4, week 5, you just barely beat the Texans. And then, just this week, you had the opportunity to beat the Cowboys. The chance was there. And it just slipped away. And, just simply the Cowboys were the better team, and they showed it. That's why the Cowboys are 5-1, and the Patriots are 2-4.
Absolutely. All right, we have 36 seconds left in the half. Matt, you want to give us a game update real quick?
Yes, I will. 2nd down and 8 for Ben Roethlisberger. It's an incomplete pass. It's to Najee Harris. It is 3rd down and 8. 27 seconds left. The Pittsburgh Steelers are down. They are down at their own 43-yard line. So if you look at it for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got 1 timeout left. 3rd and 8. If you can do a big pass play to get in a field goal range, you're gonna be in good hands.
Absolutely. All right, let me get into the game real quick on my phone. So there's 31 seconds left on our clock, 27 on the game clock over here. 3rd and 8. Steelers and Seahawks. 2 out left, 1 out right. Roethlisberger steps up to pass. Short little pass to Washington, and it is to Deontay Johnson, and is going nowhere. 4th down, 20 seconds left to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just simply that drive went nowhere. I mean, you look at it was a simple, harmless drive for Pittsburgh. Would you have liked to add more points? Absolutely. But, I mean, you look at it from a standpoint, you're entering the ball over. Seattle still has no timeouts. It's a touchback. I expect Pete Carroll and company to most likely, you got 11 seconds. This will most likely be a QB kneel, go to halftime, down 14-0, and just simply regroup. Because knowing that Seahawks get the ball in the second half, if you're Seattle and Pete Carroll, you look at all the good things you did in the first half and try to repeat those. And any of the bad things you did in the second half, you try to avoid those.
By the way, it is almost Halloween. I believe we're going to be having a show on Halloween. I don't know if I will be there because I'm in Orlando that week, but maybe we'll have a little bit of a Halloween special. Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps we could have a Halloween special.
Mm-hmm.
It's perhaps in the work. And as we do head into halftime, the Seattle Seahawks will receive the ball in the second half. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead 14-0. With that being said, since it is halftime, let's show just 2 of us. Would you like to guess the cameo price first or discuss the games that happen at halftime?
Well, we did discuss a good bit of the games before, so we'll do cameo prices.
Okay. Let's do the good old-fashioned guess the cameo price.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to be doing a mixture of people in this one. I think we're going to be doing Disney, and I'm thinking we're going to do The Office. If you know The Office.
Oh yeah, I know some of The Office. Steve Carell, Michael Scott. You got Jim, you got Pam, you got Stanley, you got all the characters. That's what she said.
Yes. All right. So we'll start off with Winnie the Pooh. Not exactly Winnie the Pooh, but Jim Cummings. He is the voice actor for Winnie the Pooh, a childhood favorite bear. All right. How much to get a cameo from Winnie the Pooh?
Man, camera from Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna say you got to fork out a lot. I'm gonna say $299.
Oh my gosh, you were actually kind of close. $225. So, all right. How about a Disney? I didn't know this guy was on Disney, but apparently he was. Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried, I would say because he was on Disney, he's probably going to ask for about $115.
$175. All right. So, how about Stephen Cramer? He is Gustavo on Big Time Rush, which is not Disney, it's Nickelodeon. But how about a cameo for Gustavo?
Gustavo, I would say just because he has the name of Gustavo, I'm going to say $150.
$125. All right. The next one is Kevin Chamberlain. Now, does that name sound does that sound familiar to you at all?
Is Kevin like the actor or the character?
Kevin Chamberlain is an actor.
Okay. He does not sound similar to me.
Have you watched the show Jesse?
Oh, is he the butler?
He's the butler.
He's Bertram. Man, if he's the Bertram butler, he got to have at least $325.
$100.
$100. And who else to have? Or never mind. I thought we had a special guest, but it went away for a hot second.
Oh, really? Who was it?
It was Ethan Carboni.
Oh, it was Ethan. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, and we have a Jimmy in the comment section. He said Godfrey was also the voice of the bird in Aladdin.
That's right. I was like, why would Gilbert Gottfried be on Disney? He doesn't seem, Disney-ish, nor family appropriate. But yes, that is correct. He was on. Yes, he was in Aladdin. All right, so Mary Shear. This is also not Disney, but she played. Have you seen iCarly?
I have seen iCarly.
She is Freddie's mother.
Ooh, Freddie's mother. Yes, I do remember
Freddie's overprotective mother.
Okay, I would say for her price tag, I'd say $110.
$79.
$79. All right, makes sense.
All right. Moving right along here, let's start with this is a good one. Isaac Ryan Brown. He actually has a connection to sports. He's been doing a lot of stuff with the NBA and video games. And oh, hey, Ethan. Can you hear us, Ethan? Oh, nope, he's gone. Okay, so that was a brief appearance by Ethan Carboni. He was an actor in Raven's Home, which is a TV show in Disney. And he's been doing stuff. I think he has like his own music now and stuff like that. So Isaac Ryan Brown.
Isaac Ryan Brown, I would say he's $70.
He is $59.
Okay, cheaper, even better.
All right, so I'm gonna move on from that, and then now we're gonna go to The Office. How about that?
Oh, I love the sound of that.
So let's search up The Office. All right, there we go. All right, so Kate Flannery. I don't know the characters pretty well, but she's the redheaded girl in The Office.
Redheaded girl in The Office. I would say just because the name lure of Office, I would have to say at least $95.
$190.
$190. Okay.
Brian Baumgartner. He plays Kevin in The Office.
Oh, Brian Baumgartner, he plays Kevin in The Office. I'd have to say he'd at least have to get 325.
195.
There we go.
Ethan, can you hear us?
Yeah, finally. My speaker settings were being annoying as hell, so I'm going to try and plug it in now.
Sounds good. All right, let me pull up the actors category because this isn't working. Oh, we forgot one from Disney. Dan Povenmire. Do you know who that is?
Nope, no idea.
I do.
Dan Povenmire is a creator on TikTok, but he is also most notably known as the founder and writer of Phineas and Ferb.
Okay, I'll throw out a guest price just because he's a creator of Phineas and Ferb. I would have to say he'd have to go with the high price of at least $350.
I will add that he's also the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz if you want to increase that price.
Okay, well, because it's Dr. Doofenshmirtz, it's got to be at least $400. What about you, Ethan?
Ethan.
I'm on 500.
For 500 for Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Ethan, you're 300 off.
I love how you stole my segment for Guess the Cameo price. That me and you used to do back in the good old days when my first couple months on Unwrapped.
Yeah, that's what I did. I made that thing and I used it. Ethan.
Wait. So he's $800?
No, he's 200.
Oh.
Milo Manheim. He is an actor in the movie Zombies, which I've watched it and my eyes puked. All right, so Milo Manheim.
I have to say I would only go like maybe 105. That's it.
I'll go 200.
200, Ethan, you're one off. 199. Oh wait, you have it on your phone. Ethan?
Yeah.
You have the cameo on your phone.
What?
I had no idea who the fuck it was. And that was the first thing that came up when I looked up his name. Is I had no idea who the hell that guy was.
Yeah, I knew you would cheat. All right, just knowing you. All right, now we're gonna switch up the category because now Ethan cheated and ruined it all. Boo, Ethan. Boo. All right.
I'll see you next week, Ethan, as my co-host.
Yes, sir.
That's right. And one thing I will say to Ethan, Rodgers has ownership. He owns you.
Oh, 100%.
Remember that.
22-5 against the Bears. If any Bears fan denies that, they're either drunk or stupid.
All right. Since Ethan's here, we're going to do pro wrestlers. How about that?
Ooh, yeah, my favorite.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Give us some Hulk Hogan, brother.
I know one of them from memory is like $4.99. I just forget which one it was.
All right. So, well, how about Wrestling Insider for ESPN, Jonathan Coachman?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm probably going to go with $5.98 on that one. $5.95.
I am going to go with $495.
He's $40.
Well,
that's so cheap for someone that actually was actually a decent an on-show character.
So what we're saying is Ethan Carboni is going to be paying $40 in the near future.
No, because he wasn't one of the good ones. He was just an on-air one.
So, all right, moving on. How about Aaron Stevens? Well, obviously you're not going to know the name. He used to be Damian Sandow.
Ooh, that's a good one for the indies and Impact. I'm probably going to go with a solid $200.
You know what? I'm gonna go more. I'm gonna go 210.
$25.
You see, that's a good deal. If I had a wrestling show, I would be buying that to advertise it.
You'd buy a 30-second ad just advertising the wrestling show. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So how about wrestling legend? I think he's on AEW now, but he is one half of the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy, I'd say 320.
I'd say 399, 450-ish. I would go 450. He was never the better Hardy, but he was still very entertaining to watch.
Well, because he's not the better Hardy, he's $110. All right. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do. Oh, okay. I'll do this. Rob Van Dam.
350. If he's any less than that, then he's actually. No, I'm gonna go for in honor of Rob Van Dam. I'll go 420.
Yeah, 420. I would guess the price of 290.
You know what? I got to do this in spirit of Rob Van Dam. $100.
That's cheap for him. Former WWE champion, one of the best wrestlers of all time, one of the most entertaining.
Absolutely. Let's do the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
All right, he's gonna put some BS unfair price. I'm gonna say $999.
I am gonna go with 230.
$100. Now
That's a fair price.
that is a very fair price for the $1 Million Man. We'll do a good bit more because we got a lot of time to kill. Who are these? Oh, John Layfield, the Longhorn dude.
The person that hazed the most superstars, caught as many of them to quit and caused one or two of them to commit suicide, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
One of the worst people behind the scenes in WWE history, but also one of the more fun people in the early 2000s to watch because of his character. And late 90s also. I'll probably go with 205.
I'm going 180.
$100. All right. How about Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes, I'm keeping it at $100. $100.
150.
$995.
He's not. I'm sorry. You're telling me he's worth more than like 9 Rob Van Dam.
Hey, man's got to make his money somehow.
He's one of the founders of AEW. He's at this rate, they might beat WWE and buy them out in 20 years, maybe 5. What? Who knows?
I love the numbers, 20 years and then just all the way down to 5.
Yeah, I remember Monday Night Wars, and it's like, yeah, Vince ain't gonna be alive for 20 more. He'll sell it by the time he dies.
What's the name of a musician that's also the name of a wrestler?
You're making me think of the old divas in WWE, like girls.
No, it's not a girl. I will give you a hint. He's one of the members of the Police.
Is it the guy from Cobb County, Georgia? Big Boss Man?
No, I'm saying a name. It's a nickname. It's not an actual name.
Big Boss, the Big Boss Man. Sting.
Thank you. Jimmy Jones has a brain. Sting.
All right, $1,000.
Oh, Sting, I would have to say $800.
$500.
You're seriously is? Oh my God, Sting is more marketable than like the other one.
All right, now this guy I like because he did not give into Vince McMahon's bullshit. Who do you think that is?
Stone Cold.
No, not even acting. This guy completely quit.
Oh, I know who you're talking about here. I want to see if Matt can guess it.
Well, are you saying maybe Brock Lesnar?
No, Brock Lesnar just does it for the money.
Remember, he did not get main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. The guy from Chicago?
I think so.
Yep. Guy that don't drink or smoke or does any drugs just because.
What's the catchphrase, Ethan?
You're gonna make me remember this. I don't remember the catchphrase.
What happens when you're hungry? Feed me more.
Feed.
Yeah,
you don't know who this is.
I want to see if Matt can guess this.
Shoot. I've heard it before. Feed me more.
CM Punk.
Oh, CM Punk. Oh, okay.
CM Punk. No.
What?
No.
You're
know
going
what
on the lines of Chicago.
No, it's not Chicago. I messed up. It's not CM Punk. Feed me more Ryback.
That's why I was confused when you said that. Ryback? Oh, he's not a bum, but like Vince McMahon treated him terribly. He like had an incredible first run, and then after that push, it's like, yeah, you suck. We don't want you to do anything. You're a jobber.
Well, all right. So how much for Ryback, the big guy?
50.
I'd have to go with 85.
Does Ethan want to double down if you raise it by 50? $100.
Okay, and Ben, if you want for guess a cameo, we could do 2 more because we just kicked off the second half.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Oh,
All right.
Did you guys see that Jackson Mahomes ended up dancing on Deshaun Taylor?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Matt, what's your Insta? I'll send it to you.
Matt underscore Skura 20.
Yeah, everyone make sure that you go follow that.
That's right.
All right. So we have
All
our
right, Matt, I just slid into your DMs.
Okay, let's see this.
All right, we're gonna do 2 more here. We're getting into
No. Oh,
Yeah.
that is. That man's probably the most wanted man in DC. Oh, they said it. They did not do the John
right.
Gruden walking.
This guy. I don't think survived. But do you remember T.J. Perkins?
I don't have to look him up.
All right, we're gonna move on because I can't do that. All right, fine. Aiden English. How about that?
$50, not important too much.
Yeah, I'd agree. In English, I would not say $50, but I would say maybe $70.
You were both over. $39.
Okay, well, at least we weren't under.
All right, now we're gonna end on a really big price. So we are going to go the highest wrestler left, and we are going to go, or a wrestler of my choice.
Better be good.
Yeah, it will be good.
He's gonna choose Gold Dust just because it reminds him of himself.
No. I don't even have to say his name.
He'll be seeing a lot of Gold Dust in Vegas next week, though.
All I have to say is this. Woo!
Ric Flair.
Ric
Flair has to be at least $1,000. Bare minimum. It's Ric Flair.
I want to say $1,500.
$500.
What?
$500 for Ric Flair. Now, if I had money to throw around, I'd love to give you some of that Ric Flair action.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so that was actually kind of fun. That whole Disney idea blew up because there's a bunch of nobodies in that network, and we did some wrestlers today. So
That's right.
Thank you for that. All right, we are in the third quarter, 14-0, and like I said before, it has been a defensive stalemate between 2 really bad quarterbacks. Ethan, what do you think of this game so far?
Well, I mean, I was on a date before this, but from what I'm looking at through the stats, it looks like the Seahawks rely on Russ a lot. And eventually when he retires, the Seahawks will be a bottom 5 team.
Yeah, I think Ethan pretty much hit it right on the money. Before Russell Wilson came to Seattle, the Seahawks were decent with Matt Hasselbeck. They weren't the best, but they were never quite Super Bowl caliber. And then once Russ was drafted and the Legion of Boom was formed, they had a good maybe 3-4 year run. And now it's just simply all on Russell Wilson. And when Russell Wilson's injured, the team is just pretty much like the Detroit Lions or the Cleveland Browns before 2018.
Yeah, so 14-0, 11-16 left to go. 7-yard run by Collins. They've been using him a lot lately. Definitely in this game because I don't think they trust Geno Smith's throwing ability quite yet. I mean, he did.
Hold on. Would you trust Geno Smith?
Well, no, but when you were all out with your friends, I'm going to say, why did you just spotlight me, Matt? What the heck was that?
I tried to see if a different setting would work so the little banner doesn't cover Ethan's face, but it did not work.
It looks better with my face covered. Let's be honest.
It really does. We can both agree on that.
Oh, okay. All right, then. We'll just keep it that way then.
I'll make it easier for you. I'll just turn off my camera, and there we go.
There we go.
Nah.
Okay. So anyway, as we're gonna say, he made a great 12-yard pass earlier, evading the defenders. That was a great glimpse of Geno Smith. But no, of course I wouldn't trust Geno Smith. All right, so the play is in progress. 10:18 left to go. Let's see what the play is.
Yeah, then we got a Jimmy Jones comment. Why do players punch each other in the head? Do we sing in sports? I mean, it looked like on that play, TJ Watt was just simply trying to go after the ball and try to strip it, and it just so happened that he was just trying to sucker punch people. I believe, I'm sorry to interrupt, Ben. We got a Seattle Seahawks touchdown by Alex Collins.
Yes, touchdown for Alex Collins. And by the way, to reply to Jimmy's comment, and yes, thank you to everyone for tuning in. I've seen a high school ejection because someone punched someone's helmet intentionally. I've seen that before. I know it's completely stupid because they have a helmet, and the worst thing you could do is break your hand. So now it is 14-7, Pittsburgh over Seattle.
Yeah, they're right now reviewing the play to make sure that he got in. It looks like he did. Nice little handoff to Alex Collins for the touchdown. They have Jason Myers out to kick the extra point. And we'll see the replay again to see if Alex Collins fully got in. And his arms look to be down just before the goal line, but we'll see if the ball extended first. And as Jimmy replies in the comments, exactly.
By the way, Jimmy, you're lucky in fantasy that my one QB1's hurt. I would have beaten you otherwise. Good game though. Good job for your fantasy team as well. And hopefully we could see each other in the postseason if you can get some wins.
And the touchdown has been confirmed.
All right,
go ahead, Ethan.
Can I just say how happy I am that Brandon accidentally started Russell Wilson as his quarterback? Otherwise, I would be screwed.
Yes. Ethan is also. Was that the Dynasty Football League, Ethan?
Yeah. I'm just going all in on this year because if I win the pot this year, then I'll have enough that if I deposit 20 next year, I'm not losing money because I'm just plus so much.
Just don't gamble away the pot, Ethan.
Jimmy said I needed that win bad. Now, if we're talking about fantasy-wise, I am doing terrible. It seemed like ever since I barely beat Ethan, I've just been on a downward slump. I'm going to be 2-4 because Corey easily decided to put the smackdown on me.
All right, 9:55 left to go, 14-7. The extra point is good from Myers, and we are at the commercial break. All right, let's do Packers look in. Let's do that. But it's not going to be about the Packers. It's about to be about the bums. I mean, the Bears.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the rest.
Hey, Ben, you got no room to talk. The Bears got a better record than you. I suggest you keep your mouth shut and enjoy your time in Vegas.
Aren't they also 2-4?
No, they're 3-3. They're 500.
They're 500. Okay.
You're below 500, bum.
Yes.
Anyways, back to what you were saying. For the Ethan, we'll go on the Bears side of the spectrum. Your owner, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, came into Soldier Field, got to win 24-14, but the Bears kept it close. What are your thoughts? Justin Fields starting his first ever Packers-Bears game.
I thought he played solid. The play calling sucked. The refs sucked both ways. I feel like a couple calls might lean towards the Packers more than the Bears, but obviously every losing team will say that. If they didn't have that offsides call, I feel like the Bears would have had more momentum going into the half, but whatever, that's football. I think 5 years down the line, the score's flipped once Rodgers is retired, but We'll see what happens. This is Rodgers' division until he retires
And
or leaves.
that official in question was Mr. Brad Rogers. He was the crew chief for the Packers-Bears game. But please continue, Ethan.
That was really all I had.
That's all you had.
As long as Rodgers is the Packers quarterback, they'll run the NFC North.
Mm-hmm. And also looking at the Bears schedule before their bye week, they got the Buccaneers next Sunday, the 49ers, and then the Steelers on Monday Night Football, and then they hit their bye week. You got Justin Fields as your starting QB. Ethan, what would you expect the record to be just before the bye week? You're 3-3 right now. What would be the record that you would hope the Bears would have by the bye week?
Well, let's see. How many weeks until the bye week again? Let's see.
You got 3 more weeks to the bye week.
All right. Well, obviously, I hope that we're 6-3 by the bye week. But is that going to happen? Probably not. Will the Bears be able to beat the Bucs?
And it's in Tampa.
You know what? The Bears beat them last year. Also, I'm going to very important phone call, but I will quickly say this: the Bears are going to lose their next 2 games, and they'll be lucky to beat the Steelers. I gotta go for a couple minutes.
Okay.
All right. So Ethan will be on a phone call.
For a hot second, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers after the kickoff was a regular touchback. And Big Ben off a nice quick little pass to Deontay Johnson, and he gains about 15 yards down to about the Steelers' own 40-yard line. It is a 1st down and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we got an injured Seahawk down on the field. Bless you, Ben.
Sorry. Thank you. 9:55 left to go, 14-7. The cold's affected me. Speaking of which, this was the first day in PA, which it should be affecting the Pittsburgh game too, that it dropped down into the 50s today. This was the first cold day of the year.
Wait, so first day in PA, is that like code for something?
No, I'm saying first cold day in PA. I must have cut out when I said cold. So yeah, it was in the 50s today. So this was the first time this fall that has been below the 60-degree mark.
Well, you know what? The fall weather here in Texas is starting to get a little chillier at night. It's right now 60 degrees at night.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the weather report right now for
Pittsburgh. You ready to hear what the weather report is to where I live by Austin?
Yeah.
So we got a nice old sunny and 75 tomorrow. And then the next day, 79 degrees and mostly cloudy. We then got an 82-degree day, 84 degrees, 82 degrees, 84, 84. What's it like down in Delco?
Well, right now it is 47 degrees right
now. Okay.
So today it was a high of 60. Tomorrow will be the same thing. Tuesday will be 66. All right, then back to some warm weather, and then when I leave.
Wait. What kind of warm weather?
72 and 74.
There we go. That's not warm weather for some people, but it is warmer weather.
Yeah. 67 on Friday, and then when I'm in Vegas, it'll be a cold 58 degrees in Philadelphia. And by the way, let's take a look for Pittsburgh because obviously weather can definitely affect the game. In Pittsburgh, PA right now, it is 48 degrees. But it feels like 45. So it is freezing cold in Pittsburgh, and even before the game can be over, there may be some rain.
Yeah, perhaps there's an opportunity for that to happen.
But obviously I'm on the other side of the state, so I can't say the same for here.
Yeah, you're on the Philadelphia side.
Have you ever wondered how long it takes to get to Philadelphia from Pittsburgh?
Isn't it like a 4-hour drive?
5 hours.
5 hours, okay.
5-hour drive. And to Penn State, which is just past Harrisburg and on the way to Pittsburgh, it's a solid 3 hours for me.
Oh, cool. So what you're saying is if you want to go to a whiteout, you could actually technically go there. It'll just take you 3 hours.
Oh, I'm going to whiteout this year.
Which game?
Penn State versus Michigan. Student whiteout.
Ooh, you're gonna be there?
Yeah, I am.
Dude, that's sweet. You need to get video footage and send that to the chat.
Oh, I will. It's too far. It's gonna be a primetime game, so it's too far to drive back and forth. Well, we would get home at 3:00 in the morning. So
well, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like record yourself being there. Video footage there.
No, I definitely will. I'm just telling the story of what I'm doing. We're gonna go to Penn State. We're gonna stay in a famous town that's halfway between there and home, and it's also the name of a chocolate bar because that's where they're made.
Hershey,
Pennsylvania.
That's right.
That's where I'll be staying. So home of the PAAA state championship for high school and the Hershey Bears of hockey. 14-7 pass incomplete to Mr. TikTok Chase Claypool.
Hey, Judas Smith-Schuster is Mr. TikTok. When you're talking about Chase Claypool, it's a Mapletron.
I said Mr. TikTok, not Mr. Annoying TikTok.
All right.
I know Juju's on TikTok. I'm just saying he's very annoying. Have you seen a guy named Wee Hoopin?
No, I have not seen Wee Hoopin.
He's this really annoying Ravens fan who has no sports takes ever.
Ooh, you mean
like, no,
go?
No, I gotta send you this. It's so annoying. Like he's literally obnoxious. I gotta ask Ethan when he's back. Hopefully, if he is back. Let's see.
Yeah, it's been the Deontay Johnson show today for this Sunday Night Football. William is 1st and 10 as the Steelers are down at the Seahawks 40-yard line.
All right, text this to Matt Scora and give this a watch.
And a deep ball in. Once again, like I mentioned, the Deontay Johnson show. It is another completed catch to Deontay Johnson, 23 yards. We have the stat line here along the side for the Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 8 catches, 48 yards. He's been pretty much the centerpiece.
Yep, 23-yard pass to Deontay Johnson, and the Steelers are pushing into Seattle territory. They should be in field goal range, I assume.
Oh yeah, they're in fact down by the red zone.
7:41 left to go. Pass incomplete to Chase Claypool. Just to let you know the schedule, as Ethan and Matt mentioned earlier, I've selected Ethan to be a temporary co-host while I am on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So Ethan will be taking that over. Make sure to tune in for him as well. I know you do the same for us when I'm here. Make sure to tune in for Ethan as well. And make sure to, make it a good experience for him because I want him to come back.
Yes, that's right. Make sure we treat Ethan with respect. We respect around here.
But not too much respect, though. Not too much respect.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Ethan's the best. 14-7, 7:41. Oh, also, in case Ethan is not back by the end of today because he had a important phone call he had to take, he is the host of Creating Madness. Unfortunately, Saturday Standouts is no longer a show on the network. So, but make sure to check out past episodes of Saturday Standouts. And also to check out Ethan's articles. He got a big break and is now writing for a college basketball website. So make sure to check out his articles as well.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And the next 2 weeks that Ethan and I are going to be for Primetime with Hoyt and Wise Cheese, we got Colts and 49ers Sunday Night Football for Week 7 and Week 8 on Halloween night. Spooky. Yeah, I'm not going to sound like that again. That was terrible.
That was really bad, but keep going.
That was bad. That was terrible. So for week 8, while my phone loads as we are on standby, okay, here we go. It loaded. So it is second down and is down to 3rd and 14 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then week 8 for Sunday Night Football is going to be the Dallas Cowboys versus the Minnesota Vikings on Halloween night.
Do you know what the scariest part of Halloween is?
You not getting full-size candy bars?
No, I'm saying scariest part of Halloween for me.
Because your place is probably based from scary horror films?
No, the scariest part of Halloween for me this year is letting Ethan take control of my show. That's a scary thought.
It's not too bad.
No, it's just
you just gotta give the man a chance.
No, well, yes, of course. You know we were former co-hosts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The kick is up, and the kick is good from Chris Boswell. The fact that he's still in the league is a shock to me, but that's okay. 17-7, 5:46 left to go, and this is a quick moving game.
Yeah, so these are the kind of games, not going to lie, I like to see, because as we all know, the guys that you don't know, last week, Ben and I did the Chiefs and the Bills game, and we had to go through a 1-hour weather delay.
And just to let you know how long that stream was, it was exactly 4 hours and 19 minutes.
God, we were a minute short of 4:20.
We were. I was upset about that.
Yeah.
But that is more than half the time for NFL Red Zone. So I've officially. By the way, while we're on commercial break, I'm gonna get a take out here. I could barely pull off a 4-hour, 19-minute stream. We were both trying to search for stuff, and it was a tough thing to do, right?
Mm-hmm. And especially when it's like one game with red zone. With red zone, there's multiple games you could flip by, so it's easier.
Right. The thing about that is, I think Scott Hansen is the best broadcaster in the game. He does 7 hours of commercial-free football, just without interruptions. He is flawless at it. And by the way, fantasy 1 minute shy of 4:20 slacking. Absolutely. I mean, the fact that we pulled out 4 hours and 20 minutes, 4 hours and 19 minutes, I'm going to call it 4:20. Why not? I feel very impressed that we did that, Matt. And I'm impressed that a lot of people stuck through it, too.
Yeah, I'm glad people stuck through it, too. And while we are on commercial break, another postseason baseball update, because my favorite team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, are in the NLCS. We got Gavin Lux up to bat. We got Mookie Betts on second, Will Smith on first for an intentional walk with 2 outs, the top of the 7th. One thing I will say for the baseball gods, please, never mind, Justin Turner, baby. Even though he's not playing third base because he has a stinger on his neck, Dave Roberts said before the game that he's going to be in for the big moments. And this is the big moment. Justin Turner, so far this postseason, has slightly struggled a little bit. Hopefully, he can come through with the clutch hit against the tomahawk chopping Bravos, or Braves, as people like to say. But we are back, and so is our guy, Ethan Carboni.
Welcome back, Ethan. Nope, he's gone.
He is fixing his microphone situation. Probably give him a hot second there.
That's like the South Park thing. And he's gone. That was a funny episode. Do you like South Park, Matt?
I do. I like South Park. I need to watch it more. Like I'm on like season 1 or stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I just pick random episodes. They're so funny.
All right. Let's see here. Ethan, take 3. How are we doing, Ethan?
I can't hear y'all.
Ooh.
Okay. And he's gone.
All right. Give him a quick second real quick. Okay, we have a fantastic 4 viewers, so appreciate you guys tuning in for the live moments right now. And as we look on the NBC replay, they're just showing the excellent blocking by the Seahawks on how they got the last touchdown. It looked like there was a kick out of bounds because they're down at their own 40. Then Alex Collins goes pretty much nowhere, and it'll be second down and about 10 to go. How important, Ben? I mean, this may be like Captain Obvious, but how important is this drive for the Seahawks to at least try and get a touchdown to try and cut it to a possible 3-point deficit?
It could possibly be I can't speak, be the game. Because if you get stopped and Pittsburgh scores a touchdown, you're done. Because if they take a 5-minute drive, you're already in the fourth quarter and you're going to be scrambling for points. Ethan, take 4.
What?
Ethan, you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. All right, take 4 with your bad mic situation.
Yeah, no, for some reason my computer just I need to reset it for some reason.
Ooh.
That's okay. So 17 to 7, 4:58 left to go in the third quarter.
And Tyler Lockett finally made a nice catch of 14 yards.
I mean, Seahawks receiver fantasy owners will be very unhappy tonight with Geno Smith.
Well, I mean, they're going to be unhappy the next 5 more weeks when Russell Wilson's out.
That's very true.
Like, in my honest opinion, if you're in a redraft league and you have guys like DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett, sell them high. Sell them while you can. Because in 6 to 8 weeks, that puts you at week 11, week 12, week 13, basically near postseason football. For fantasy-wise, that is. And if you could get something of value, that's going to be something. And we got other comps. We got Jimmy in there, Lockett finally getting in the game. Garbage time is coming, though. I mean, Fantasy Football Hustler does have a point there. Garbage time could be very valuable. I will say, though, it kind of depends on the garbage time. Maybe if the Steelers cash in for another touchdown, perhaps. But, we'll have to see what happens. But Gerald Everett made a nice big play for 41 yards. Geno Smith to Gerald Everett all the way down to the Pittsburgh 2-yard line. So, for anybody that has Gerald Everett, congratulations. You got some nice fantasy points. Play clock down to 5. Geno Smith hands off to Alex Collins. Puts a spin move on 2 Pittsburgh Steelers defenders, but just short. Ben, whenever you get a chance to see this replay, it was quite a spin move.
Yeah, so I don't have the game up right now. I'm letting my phone charge, but I could definitely get 1 yard. At least they got a positive yardage out of that, right?
Definitely. And then Geno Smith, play action, pass to the tight end, Will Dissly for the Seahawks, and they convert for a touchdown. As the famous announcer for the Seattle Seahawks would say, touchdown, Seahawks! There we go. So that's a touchdown for them. And we will see if Myers can convert the extra point.
Yeah, well, now the Seahawks are back in the game. Field goal can tie it. Touchdown can take the lead. Now you got to stop Big Ben. And if you told me that 5 years ago, that you would be like, oh, that's actually a hard job to do. I don't think it's that hard because it's not mobile. And you need to be mobile in today's time.
Big Ben's never been mobile.
No, I'm just saying 5 years ago, it would have been a different scheme than it is right now. You need to be more mobile in the NFL than you used to.
Right.
That's why people like Tom Brady are successful. He was never mobile, but he feasted off the fact that the NFL wasn't too mobile back then.
Well, and also Brady could literally pick apart every defense with his brain.
Right. And guys like Aaron Rodgers, too.
What happens when you're the best player of all time, you're able to do that.
Mm-hmm. And as we see on the Seahawks recap, they started at their own 40, had nice 6 plays, about 2 minutes, about a 2-minute drive. Back in the game, about 3 minutes left in this third quarter. I will say this fourth quarter is going to get lined up with a beauty because, this is probably a drive right here. If you're the Steelers, this is when you just go feast mode with the clock and just chew it up, hand off to Najee Harris. But this is also a drive to where you have to cash in for points. If you don't get any points on this drive, the Steelers are going to be in panic mode.
Agreed. Completely agree. All right, so 17-14, we're going to go to commercial break. What segment do you want to do, Matt?
Chris Taylor, you are a godsend. Chris Taylor just hit a 2-run double. The Dodgers lead 4-2 with 2 outs on the top of the 7th. Shout out Chris Taylor.
While I appreciate that, that's not a segment.
Matt, I have a segment for you.
What segment?
How many championships has Philly sports teams won in the past year?
0!
How many has Chicago won?
1! The Chicago Sky, baby!
Exactly. And that's why Chicago is better than Philly.
Why
did I ever ask? Even the food too. Chicago got the nice old deep dish. The only thing Penn's got is just cheesesteaks.
No, stop it.
Cheesesteaks are great, but you know what? Deep dish pizza, Chicago dogs.
You've never tried Wawa. You've never tried a Wawa hoagie.
I don't need to try a sandwich from a gas station.
Matt, from Texas, do you even know what a hoagie is?
I've heard of a hoagie.
They're sub sandwiches.
Yeah. Wawa makes the best hoagies. It's the best gas station ever because you can, 1, get your gas. 2, you can order any type of food you want, unlike most 7-Elevens across the country. And 3, it's just Wawa. It's a great hoagie.
Ben, I don't eat food from gas stations because the last time I did, I got food poisoning.
Yeah, Ben, you put a lot of trust in gas stations.
No.
Well, you know what? Pennsylvania doesn't have Buc-ee's. Damn it.
It literally
Matt, no place has Buc-ee's anymore because they got bought out.
Well, Matt,
okay then.
Wawa's practically the
they're
same
called
thing.
Casey's now.
Tasties.
Matt, they're the same
general store.
Wawa's the same thing as Buc-ee's. It's a convenience store with a gas station.
Buc-ee's doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, as whatever the hell they're called now.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever stupid name.
You call a gas station Wawa and you're making fun of another place's name?
Correct, because Wawa's at least a place in PA.
Yeah, but who names it Wawa? W-A-W-A, right?
Wawa is a place in PA.
Yeah, but that's like a name that you throw on a dart. It's like, all right, what are we going to name this restaurant? Let's go W-A-W-A. Wawa. Yeah, Wawa.
Wawa is catchy to say.
Yeah, and it's also something a person would say like food poisoning. What? Creativity at its finest. But I cannot disrespect Wawa. I've never had it, and like they say, don't diss something that you've never tried.
Okay, first of all, you're not going to be making fun of Wawa's name. Buc-ee's sounds like a place where you get sea scurvy from food.
Buc-ee's sounds like a place to get sea scurvy. I mean, I've never had sea scurvy, but it sounds disgusting. But all right,
yeah, man, what's sea scurvy? I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
it's a disease that
answer that, Ben.
It's a disease pirates got on their ships.
Ben,
do you know what the cure for scurvy is?
You moving out of the camera?
Oh,
I was kidding. God, Pollock is honestly useless, bro. He just struck out swinging with bases loaded. Pathetic.
The cure for sea scurvy is a bunch of lemons.
I thought it was oranges.
I think it's citrus, but I've heard lemons.
Lemon is a citrus.
Ben, I really want you to just take a bite out of a lemon one day and let me know how it goes.
I no, that's never happening.
I have a cousin that would order extra lemons for his water just to suck out all the lemon juice, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, that is disgusting. And,
Ethan, I plugged your stuff earlier, but I may have screwed something up. Do you want to plug in your stuff right now?
Yeah, sure. Check out NFL Deep Dive. Check out my Twitter at Ethan_Carboni. Check out Creating Madness's Twitter at ATR Madness and their Instagram at _Creating Madness.
I knew I screwed something up. I didn't include NFL Deep Dive. Whoopsies.
Yeah, that's definitely not the main show where I get like a couple hundred views every episode.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
thanks, Ethan. By the way, check out some of the Creating Madness episodes, including one with Josh Pastner, Malik Reneau, Steve Donahue. Those were good episodes.
Hey, don't forget about Jalen Carruth.
Oh yeah, Jalen Carruth. Oh wait, was I on that?
Yeah, I think.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jalen. Yeah, I remember Jalen Carruth. He was
You were on pretty much every single interview that we did, with the exception of a couple, which one of them was probably a top 3 interview, sadly, that you cannot join us for. Do you know who that was with, John? John Ben? Coach Chad.
Seriously, call me John. Like, never call me that name again. Oh, but yes.
Take a guess. Chad Myers, the head coach of IMG's post-grad basketball, that coached 3 5-stars last year.
Yeah, the dude that follows me on Instagram. I remember him.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah.
136 left to go, 17-14.
17-14, yep. And the pass was incomplete, so it is going to be a 4th down and 7. And most likely the Steelers will have to punt it because they're down at their own 26-yard line. And it would kind of be a bad decision to go for it. At least I would say that is.
It would. But Seattle could regain the lead with one drive. Not that they'll finish it in the 3rd quarter. I don't think they will. But they could finish it in the 4th.
Yeah, very well could.
Ben, why have you never started an Ivy League podcast? I just thought of that.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Is that Ben's future endeavor?
I'm pretty good at Ivy League knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely a top 50%.
Yes. I mean, being a Penn fan for, since I was 2, and I probably didn't even realize I was a fan when I was 2. I probably was just sat in the chair and was just gnawing on a pretzel the whole time, not knowing what was going on. But I have been at Penn games since I was 2, and just over the years, I've gained knowledge over the league. By the way, those pretzels at the Palestra are very yummy, but not as yummy as Shake Shack.
Yeah, Shake Shack is pretty good.
Unpopular opinion, Shake Shack is not a good fast food restaurant.
I know you've said this before. Why?
I just don't think that their burgers are that good. I think that you're getting one that's about as good as McDonald's for double the price.
No.
Oh, McDonald's?
Man. No. McDonald's, that tastes like a hockey puck in the Florida Panthers arena. So,
a hockey puck in the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers did not deserve that, man. They did not deserve the shot that you just the shot that you just took right there.
But second, Shake Shack is a tender burger. Have you ever had their Shack sauce before?
I haven't had their food in like a year.
Man, Shack sauce is a delicacy. It is a very good sauce. It can go together with anything.
Not as good as a cane sauce though. Raising Cane's.
I've never had Cane's.
I don't like Cane's. All right, Cane's is overrated, and the best thing about them is their Texas toast.
Yes, that is very well true. Especially if you get extra butter.
Ooh,
that's a good way to get a heart attack. 35.
No, it's not. It's a good way to get the soul, get the food, get the people.
Have a soul attack? Because butter is not good for you.
Ben, you don't have a soul. You can't have a soul attack.
True.
Hey, excuse me, I have a soul, a good one.
I said Ben, not Matt.
Oh yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe Ben could find his soul when he's in Vegas. Maybe.
Is that where people go to lose their souls?
I mean, it depends on how you lose your soul. There's many different ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, you.
All right, Matt. I know you're a betting man. What are the odds that Ben ends up losing his virginity to one of the costume people on the street?
Oh, no chance. No chance. Well, so you know what? I actually have a funny story to tell about Showtime Girls.
Oh, I know this.
So while I was in Vegas in July. So while we're walking down old downtown Vegas, there's some echoing in the background. I'm not sure where it's from.
Ethan, put in headphones.
Okay. So anyways, back to what I was repeating. So I was in Vegas in July. I was walking down the old downtown Vegas. So it was me, my dad, my uncle, some cousins, and one of his work buddies, Craig, his son Mason, his friend Tim. So we're all walking around, old downtown Las Vegas. Well, we spot out of the corner of our eyes 2 showgirls. One's an angel, one's a devil. And of course, I already knew you're in Vegas. You got to take a picture with showgirls. You just have to. There's just no other option. You got to do what you got to do. So, but since there was 2, my uncle was like, hey, one of my cousins' name is Max. He's like, hey, why don't you go and take the pictures? He chickened out. He said no. And I'm just like, hey, I'll take them both. Why not? If when you have the angel, got to have the devil. Got to see both ways, my friend. See it through. So I went to go over there, take a picture. I did successfully. And they said, do you have 2 5s? I had a 10. So I give them the 10. They give me 2 5s to give them at the end of the pictures. Well, I put those 2 5s in my pocket. I take a picture. Everything's all fine. I walk away. And they do the old whip at the end. So be warned, Ben. If you do walk downtown, you will get whipped. They do a whip. And one of the ladies, it was the angel. No, it was the devil. Walks over and simply saying, yo, where's the money? Where's the 2 5s? I was like, yo, I already gave you the 2 5s. Where do you think it is? I could have sworn I gave it to you. And it almost created a scene because, my uncle wanted to set me an example of don't let the showgirls take advantage of you, ask you for more money. So it almost broke out to a big scene. So I was like, hold on. Let me check my pockets. Guess what comes out of my pockets?
2 5s.
The 2 5s. Comes out of my pocket. I hand it to them. I say, I am so sorry. And I carry on with the rest of the day. I busted out laughing. I'm just like, God, I can't believe I just did that.
By the way, Matt, just to interject here. When you go to Vegas, I get some people lose their souls. But when you lose your soul gets fulfilled at the same time.
Ben, shut up and let's move on.
But yeah, so for the fellas out there that go in Vegas, please give the 2 5s to the showgirls and don't cause a scene. I mean, if you could get away with it, fantastic. Congratulations to you. But most of the time, you're not gonna get away with it.
By the way, that what Matt's describing, that's not the Strip where all the hotels are. That's downtown Las Vegas. That's a different scene.
It is. It's a different breed, as they say.
All right, we are almost through with the third quarter. We have a good game. Steelers 17, Seahawks 14. So
yeah, Ben, that's what to expect in Vegas, and you'll also get a lot of nice old adult version Pokemon cards. If you know what I mean.
Oh, nice. No, I've been to Vegas before. It's just I've always wanted to go back, and this is my chance.
Yeah, this is your chance.
Matt, can I just interject and say how happy I am to be replacing Ben next week?
Okay, Ethan, while you were gone, you know that you're going to be broadcasting on Halloween, right?
Okay. My party's the night before. I don't care.
So anyway, I said, what's the scariest part about Halloween for me? And the scariest part about Halloween for me that spooks me is that you are taking control of my show.
Do you believe the disrespect on him, Ethan?
It's okay. I'm the one in control next week where Ben has no power.
That's also very, very scary.
Which means Ben has the next week to give me enough reasons not to say stupid stuff next week. Tune in next week for a very fun show.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be great for week 7. And as we look at 2nd down and 5, the Seahawks give up run play to probably number 13 of the Seattle Seahawks. For some reason, this screen right here is taking a little longer than expected. As we just start the 4th quarter, it is 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 3 for the Seahawks. They are clearly within field goal range. They are in the red zone. So we will see if they could cash in for a touchdown here, or if they decide to elect and settle for the short field goal. 3rd and 3, you got Geno Smith in the pocket, play clock down to 5. As Geno Smith able to get it off, play action, and looks to throw, and Geno Smith gets sacked all the way back to the Pittsburgh Steelers about 23-yard line. So it is 4th down and goal, and most likely the field goal unit with Jason Myers will be on the way out to try and tie the game. I'll throw it out to you, Ben. What went wrong for the Seahawks during that play? They tried to get the play action and fool the Steelers, and they were not fooled one bit.
Sometime. I don't know. I didn't like a play action play there. I would have just liked a run or just a simple throw. I don't think Geno is ready for all that type of stuff. But the defense read it well. Credit to the Steelers, and now the Seahawks are in a tougher position.
Mm-hmm. And shout out the boy John Krevling, says the field goal is good, and we have ourselves a tie game, 17-all. The Seahawks have came back from being down by 10 to now tied up at 17.
Scrolling through the comments, looks like John said a couple other stuff.
No.
Yes, he did. He did say some other stuff, but that'll be something that might have to be answered next week. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week.
Yes.
That is, as they say, Ethan, TBD, and that is something that you and I can both control next week.
I can't control anything. That's so scary. I don't.
Ben might have some explaining to do in 3 weeks. Perhaps.
Okay. And maybe within the next week I can find someone who could replace Ethan.
Whoa. You got to give Ethan a chance here. You can't just bail out on him last minute. You've already said it to the people.
Yes, John, I do want you to talk about that.
No.
Next week, week 7. Week 7. Not week 6, week 7. And Ben, by all means, you could tune in next week as well in the comment section to explain yourself if you like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're probably gonna have yourself a good time in Vegas.
I will be at a show while the actual show is going on. I will also
wait. What kind of show? What kind of show are we talking, Ben?
It is a show called Absinthe.
Ben, what the hell is that?
It is a really dark humored Cirque du Soleil type of thing.
Cirque du Soleil. Okay. All right.
Don't look up the definition of absinthe. Just
yeah. I don't plan on it. No.
Yeah, it looked like a very dark humor Cirque du Soleil just by scrolling through the images.
Mm-hmm.
That will be at Caesar's Palace. I will also be eating a nice steak dinner, which I will enjoy.
Well, here's the question. Would you rather have a nice steak dinner or would you rather go to Matt, help me out here. What's that $100 brunch called?
The buffet?
The buffet, but what's it called? The Sterling Brunch. Ben, I want to go to Vegas just so I can try out all the buffets.
I'm going to the Caesar buffet Saturday.
Right, but that's the Caesar's buffet. That's not the Sterling Brunch where it's $100 for unloading champagne, lobster, steak, and all that crap. Looks so good.
I get that.
Hey Matt, would you agree? Unwrap sponsored trip to Vegas where we all go to the Sterling Brunch.
I mean, as long as everyone's willing to fork out their fair share. Ben,
you want to answer that?
Ben, you got some explaining.
No,
I just now looked it up, Ben. They're placed 6 feet apart, so you're not getting the full experience. What are we doing?
That is not what's happening. I'm going to see a show. I'm going to enjoy a nice steak dinner.
But it says on the website is it spelled ABSINTHE?
I think so. Absinthe? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I just now looked at it. That's literally the procedure. it says they have reduced. It's called get this. How we're making safe sexy. It says get this. You have reduced the seating capacity for only 150 people. So congrats on being 150 people.
Thank
With
you.
cabaret tables placed 6 feet apart. But get this. They have all the guests are screened on entry with non-contact temperature testing. Ben, you better be safe.
Stop it, John. Okay, no, here's the thing. It is a Cirque du Soleil show where they do a lot of trapeze things. They do like a roller skating act. It's really cool. And no, John, I'm actually going to a steakhouse. It's called STK. Look it up.
Ben, the first 2 letters ST. If there's one other letter in the alphabet, you're gonna have some problems.
He has 3 of those other letters in there.
Jesus.
Yes, steak dinner. Now I will say what.
I know because I gave him Tim.
Stop it.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
I'm kidding. That's John's job.
John.
Yeah, let's see here. But it does sound pretty cool. They do some look at that, Ben. You get to see green fairies.
Why are you going to... John.
No. Remember, Ben, they got strict hygiene measures. Remember that.
What's the hygiene measures?
Don't be smelling like a Philadelphia Eagle too bad. Because they stink.
That's a hygiene measure? Wait, what? Oh my god.
No. I have no idea. I just read on the website. One of them was like strict hygiene measure.
Read that.
Oh, Ben. I mean, Ben, you got some explaining to do.
Why are you going to a meat house?
Yeah, steak is a meat. You got some explaining to do.
Well,
wait. First of all, how do you do your steak?
Medium rare.
Okay, good. Medium rare. All right.
Medium rare or rare?
Respect.
See, I just do medium.
Yeah, I like to say medium. Yeah, medium is my
I'm not
favorite.
even going to describe how I like my steak because John's going to make some stupid joke because of it.
I mean, he might throw in a joke of you saying rare. But with that being said, let's give a quick little football update. It is tied at 17. It is there's going to be a challenge on the play. Let's see why. I don't know why my screen out. Here we go. So look at this little screen. Got a good old-fashioned 10-yard run. Pittsburgh 27. Oh, we got Julio Urias in the bullpen. What? Hope you get that job done. All right. So they're gonna challenge a play. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I think it looks like a typo here. But it's like Benson likes his meat raw. I mean, he does have a point. I mean, it is rare.
That's what his nickname for Ben is, Benson.
That is.
Why is the nickname Benson?
That's the guy from the regular show who had the gumballs in his head.
Because Ben was so uptight when we did Creating Madness before we fired him.
Oh, I thought it'd be one of those like or I thought it was one of those like Big Head. But I mean, I guess that might.
Yeah, Matt Score knows, and not to reveal too much. I'm a very tempered person. When things don't go well, I get very angry.
Oh, Ben, I know. I believe.
Yeah, we all know. I mean, you went off in the retweet chat when only a couple people were retweeting, and you're like, yo, we got 40 to 45 people retweet. Which you should do. You should help out all of our other shows.
You should definitely retweet. I was just rallying up the troops, you know.
Right after you did that, for like the next thing I put in there, I actually got a decent amount of retweets, and then for my most recent thing that I put in there, let's go check.
3.
All right, we got 9 retweets. And I can guarantee you 2 of those are from me and John. Actually, 3 of those are from me because I used an alternate account also. So that's 3 of them are coming from me and John.
Ooh, they're actually reviewing the reason why a challenge flag was thrown upon is they're seeing if Big Ben fumbled the ball on the throw because he went to throw like that and pull it back, and they're actually seeing if it is a fumble or not. Or if it is the forward pass.
Cough, cough, Matt hasn't retweeted my most recent thing I put in there.
Okay, let me go do that right now.
Wow, really prying for the retweet, Ethan.
Yeah, same with you, Ben. I'm not gonna
I'm
just.
I'm not gonna be prying as easily, Ethan.
Well, hey! You gotta help the hashtag help the homies out.
Yeah. I retweet every single thing in the retweet group chat.
I know. I'm just joking. Let me retweet your thing.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Matt.
No problem. Look at that. I even gave it a like. I'm going to quote tweet it. And I'm going to say, check it out.
Which one is it? Conference preview?
Yep, number 12, I believe.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic listen. Period. Tweet. Bam. Tweet has just been sent.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, you got to persuade it so people can read it.
Cancel Ben. That's fantastic.
Ben, to be very fair, let's look at all the stuff that you've sent to me.
Nope.
Yeah, especially let's look at, wait, you can't even look back 10 years ago because Ben was only like 8 years old.
Nope.
You can't look 10 years back.
Nope. I will hashtag help the homies out. Hashtag disregard the other hashtag.
That's not even a hashtag, Ben. That's irrelevant.
Just like Philadelphia sports.
Well, I mean, they were relevant recently, like 2017.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go all the way back there, then we might as well go back another year for the Cubs to win the World Series.
Well, everybody's always going to respect the Cubbies for.
Oh wow, you sounded so snobbish when you just said that. That was very. Oh my god, that was like that was frustrating. I will say,
the Cubs ended a 108-year drought.
Well, okay, listen.
We'll probably never see a drought that large ever again.
I invite Ethan to my show. Listen, I invite Ethan to my show. Then John gets involved and they start bullying me. I get bullied on my own show.
Ethan, I mean, not Ethan, Ben, it's not bullying. I mean, at least I don't think it is.
You muted my mic.
Ben, what do you mean he muted your mic? You just spoke.
Yeah, he muted my mic.
Ooh, there's a fumble on the play.
Yeah, there is. They did the review of Big Ben the pass play. He went to pump fake and throw it, and he went boop. Like he went like this. He went like fake it, and it went down, and bam. As Jimmy and John say, we got fumble and fumble-rooski.
That's such a John thing to say, but yes, it is a fumble-rooski.
Hey, at least it's creative. Fumble-rooski. Okay, so it is now 1st and 10 for the Seahawks down at the Pittsburgh 35, and I'll throw it out to any one of you guys. We got a first down here. How important is this for the Seahawks? You get the big takeaway. Now you have an opportunity to take a lead. How important is it for them to cash in?
In Seattle? Yeah, it would be really important. It would be really important to also chew a lot of clock and make sure Pittsburgh has a limited amount of time to go and score.
To be fair, this is Pittsburgh. They're not going to score. The fact that they've scored 3 points in the second half is really showing a lot about their offense.
Mm-hmm. And we got John in the comments saying they have to get a tutty here. I wouldn't say they have to, but it will be very helpful if they do get a touchdown just to try and get more pressure on the Steelers to try and score.
What?
I don't think Ben would say that. He has a kinder soul. At least I hope.
I do have a kinder soul. Thank you very much.
We all hope that everyone has that kind of soul not to do that.
I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows? He may be dark like John Gruden, maybe, but you never know.
Wow, we went there. All right,
you never know.
Welcome to Primetime with Hoyt and Wise Cheese, where we make these jokes.
We got second down and 10. We got second down and 10 for the Seahawks. Geno Smith goes to pass and batted down by TJ Watt or TJ Swat. Third down and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks.
All right. Speaking of which, I was actually looking forward to seeing John Gruden until those events transpired, which were very unfortunate, but I'm very excited to see the Eagles versus the Raiders in Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium, and you will all be getting photos from the stadium.
Cool. We got a
also for Ethan, you will also be getting pictures from the stadium, but with one finger up for me.
And I don't need to see a picture of the urinals in the stadium.
this is fact right here. This is very, very fact. As long as it's not too hardcore.
Yeah. Ben, me and you keep our show PG because we actually want sponsors.
What? Oh, well. Well then. Okay.
Well then, Ethan. Ethan's just like, nah. We low key just want to be more successful.
I mean, yeah, he does have a point there. Maybe
Ben, to quote you, I'll have no problem stepping on you and John to move forward in life, and you should have the same. Shouldn't have this. You should be able to do the
Everyone should have. Yeah, no, I back my term that everyone should have a fighting mindset when it comes to jobs.
Yep, that's right.
I think it's a competitive market, and I think.
Ben, you got some explaining to do there. Now,
Hey, John, I'd suggest you shut up before I send what you sent to me to Ben. Actually, I'll just send that to Ben and Matt right now.
John, why the heck would you even? John,
you guys are going to be fairly disturbed by this.
Okay. Well, on a quick game update note, the Seahawks squandered their opportunity. It was, I believe, a 3rd and 4. They got sacked and they had to punt it away. So the Steelers avoid damage. They avoid damage. Tied at 17. You got looks like about 9 minutes left in the ball game. 2nd down and short.
Matt, check your DMs.
All right.
I don't see it. It said it was on.
Yeah.
Rip.
That's what Ben sent. That's what John sent me earlier.
Yeah, and the Braves just tied the Dodgers at 4-4. It's ridiculous. That's some BS. But anyways, quick game update. Mapletron, Chase Claypool made a catch, and they got a 1st down.
Yeah, 1st down.
I think Ben's still admiring the photo.
I'm not admiring the photo. Stop it. I am not. Where the heck is Skora?
I don't know. Skora just left.
I hit the wrong refresh button. I meant to refresh the Steelers Seahawks one, and I accidentally refreshed the StreamYard. Oops.
All right.
Let me go to reshare screen. Stand by.
Hey Matt, what did you think about that interesting photo?
It was terrible. I never want to see it again. I had to bleach my eyes for a hot second. It was terrible.
Yeah, same here. And another friend of mine is calling. So Ben, you have the choice. Do I pick up for my friend that's probably in need? She wouldn't be calling for any other reason.
Just pick up the phone.
Here, we'll mute you. That's all right.
All right.
Okay, so just looking at it, Najee Harris is on another run.
Mm-hmm.
As it is 2nd down and 9, Steelers had an injured lineman. And we got, I believe it's Joe Haig. The 17-17 tie ball game.
Yeah, what's the Dodgers doing?
Right now it is 4-4, bottom of the 8th, the Braves managed to tie the game because Dave Roberts decided to put in Julio Urias.
Oh, great.
It's a 1-2 count. As Big Ben throws, it's incomplete because Johnson has butterfingers. So it is 3rd down and 9. Luckily, Jock Peterson struck out swinging, so it is bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. But the tie game is at 4. So instead of the Dodgers being up 4-2, it's now tied at 4, and we'll definitely need somebody to capitalize. And hopefully, we don't fall down 0-2, because then if we do, we are going to be in slight trouble a little bit.
Why are we in trouble?
Because we'd be down 0-2 in the series. In the best of 7.
Got it. I thought you meant us personally.
No. It's just being a Dodger fan. That's who. But it is 4th and 9. Big Ben threw yet another incompletion. It is tied at 17, and the Seahawks have yet another opportunity to take the lead with 7 minutes and 38 seconds left in the ball game. But I honestly don't know why the hell my screen is so damn slow.
Yeah, why is the clock not there we go. There's the clock. All right, so now going back into the Yahoo Sports app for me. They'll be punting it away, 7:38 left to go. Up.
To the boy Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett almost got by the one defender, but he got him right in the knee, so there's a good tackle there. 7:29 left to go. If you don't capitalize on the Steelers score and win this thing, this is on the Seahawks. Because they get every opportunity in the world to score. By the way, this thing
Seattle football.
But by the way, this thing is like 2 minutes behind.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yes. So just to let you know, this is 2 minutes behind. There's 7 minutes left in the game. We apologize for the NFL being really slow.
Well, just NFL.com.
How are we? Oh yeah. Put the one non-explicit John comment on there at the bottom. And I mean literally the one non-explicit.
You mean this one?
Yes. No, that's not it.
In the sleeper unwrapped league, which one, the redraft or the dynasty? If you like to clarify that up, John, or both. Because in the redraft league, I'm in good position. I'm 3-2, about to be 4-2. But in the dynasty league, I am 2-3, about to be 2-4.
In my league, I'm 5-1. In one league, and the other, I'm going to be 500.
I'm guessing the one you're going to be 500 is the redraft. Oh, he says I think the redraft.
Redraft, I'm 500 because that's for the money.
Okay, he's only won the redraft. Well, I am doing good in the redraft.
John's in the redraft. Speaking of which, let's read out John's fantasy football team. It's called, quote, Ben sucks at fantasy. Now,
what's his record?
I think he's the same record as me. Or maybe even worse.
I was gonna say because if it's worse, then that's not a good look. But I mean, if it's better,
the difference between a redraft league and a dynasty league is redraft. You draft the team every year. Dynasty, you typically start at some point and you'll draft everyone, and then you keep those teams until the players pretty much retire. So, or certain ones have it on like a 4-year contract and you have a certain amount of money, but most leagues have it where you keep the same players until they retire or you trade them or release them, etc. So, and then every year you just do a rookie draft. So you keep stockpiling the rookies, and as they grow and mature as players, you'll throw out some of the old ones in hopes that eventually you'll build a super team. I inherited last year's league winning team, and it's okay. I ended up having to trade away all my picks for Stafford, and I made a bad trade for Allen Robinson, but I'm just hoping that that move, Robinson leaves the Bears and goes to a team where he can actually be successful.
Yep. Ethan making bad trades, never surprising. 7:43 left to go, 17-17. The pass is incomplete for Chase Claypool. By the way, did you see Jock Peterson's bomb?
Yes, I did. I seen that firsthand when he was on the Dodgers last year, so I know exactly
That ball
what
went
the
454
54 feet. Yep, yeah, I know. I've seen it. I just wish we never had to part ways with him, but with the kind of roster that we had, there really wasn't a choice. And it just sucks that Bellinger has came up clutch in the postseason, but in the regular season he was not too good.
All right. So,
hey guys, looking at Metcalf, he only has 37 yards. Assuming that the Steelers manage to do anything here, does Metcalf, I don't know, actually get like a reception, or is Geno Smith gonna just run the ball all the way downfield?
Okay, can you say that again? It sounded like you had a stroke, Ethan.
Well, Metcalf and Lockett get the ball.
No, they haven't gotten it all game, and he's going to continue to get hit.
Mm-hmm. And then looking at it, Ben, actually, John Krevling said he's doing good. He says 3-2, about to be 4-2. He says the dynasty seems to be too sweaty. Ben, go ahead and show how the team is doing. He's killing it. I will actually pull up on Sleeper to see if that is actually correct.
You don't need to do that, Matt.
Well, because what you said is you threw out some disrespectful slander. You threw out false information.
That sounds like something Ben would do.
Yeah, so I mean, going through and looking at it, Ben is currently 3-2, losing to a player that's 1-4. Shout out, Mr. Jimmy, for just putting the whoop ass on Ben, just for this one. And Ben sucks at fantasy, is ranked 5th. I am ranked 4th. Ben, John and I are soon to be 4-2, and then Ben is a measly 500. And Ben, there really isn't anything you can say to counteract that, because you are just 500, 3-3. You are average.
But here's the thing: I'm 5-1 in the other league.
But Ben, that literally has no money involved at all. It's just bragging rights. There's nothing in it at all. That's just me.
At least I'm not going to be getting punished. That's a good thing, because
I never had a punishment anyways. The only punishment is just somehow getting in last.
The redraft league does.
Well, Ben, you better not jinx yourself, because you could go on a really, really bad cold streak.
Hey, Ben, can you give me your password and email login so I can log in and release all your players so you get the punishment?
Could you imagine if Ethan actually figured out how to hack into your Sleeper fantasy account and
I
just
wouldn't
see
be
all these
surprised
players
if he
just dropped? You just see all the players just drop. Now, I will say though, in the unwrapped redraft, I look very well, because I'm the 4th seed right now, about to be 4-2, and then looking at the other teams that are 3-2. The only dude that's ahead of me is Kiento. I think it's probably like Josh, the other Josh.
Okay. Hold on. Time out. Jimmy Jones. Jimmy. Listen, if Russell Wilson was in, this game, and I had Clyde Edwards-Helaire and everyone healthy instead of, 5 people on IR, you would have been done.
Ben, you only have 2 people on IR.
5 was a metaphor, if you know what a metaphor is.
Yeah, but you gotta be realistic. There was only 2 on IR and 2 out. So technically, yes, 4 were out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And 1 on bye week too, so it's lovely.
Well, hey, welcome to the club.
Yes, Ethan.
Hey, Matt, I was wondering if you'd want to trade for Christian McCaffrey in the Deep Dive League.
Deep Dive League. Let me.
Oh, wait, the one I never touched. Yep, I remember that.
Let's see.
Hey, Ben, how would you like for me to make you an offer?
For what?
Christian McCaffrey.
No.
Really?
Because I have him in my other fantasy league, and nope.
I gotta see what my other team looks like. My running backs are pretty hot garbage right now. I only pretty much got Nick Chubb.
Please put the first comment on from John, and this is literally my night tonight.
Well, I mean, you're getting beat by Jimmy.
This has not been my night.
Oh, I thought you said your first one. I was about to scroll all the way up.
No. Why would you? Wait, Ethan has access to the comments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you think John's were showing up all the bad ones?
Yeah, I never click any of those.
Yeah, no, you thought Matt was trying to mess with you the entire time? Oh, Ben, I like your haircut. It makes you look like you're from Philly.
Oh, it's not a haircut. It's just a backwards hat, but okay.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, not that. Fuck, Ben. Oh my God, I'm confused. I'm that exhausted from waking up at 3 a.m. that I'm mixing up you two now. All right, I need sleep in like 30 minutes at latest.
Yeah, no, I'm also very tired.
I need to stop getting 5 hours of sleep a night.
I know, Ethan. You tell me about it every day. All right, so back to the game, and remember, this is 2 to 3 minutes behind, so you will be getting sleep very soon, Ethan.
Yes.
Let's see. Next week will be again the Colts and the 49ers. Ethan Carboni will be hosting the show. As much as I am reluctant to do that, I have no other option. Ethan will be doing the show along with Wise Cheese Matt Scora. I'm sure John Krevling will make an appearance.
That's right. Maybe.
So make sure to tune in next week. Remember, this is pretty much no filter next week. They're going to say pretty much whatever they want, even though I'll try to stop them. So if you want to be entertained, please tune in.
We'll make sure we keep it on harder. We won't go too hard. You know, we gotta try not to get this show canceled too quick. And they're bringing out a stretcher because Bobby Wagner looks like he is hurt, like really hurt.
Yeah, look. Usually they bring out the stretcher when it's a neck or a head injury.
Yeah, it does. It does look like a head or neck injury.
Neck. It is a neck. Ouch.
Yeah, and John Krevling says prayers up for Wagner, definitely, especially because when Bobby Wagner, man, he's been through it all. I mean, he was with the Seahawks during the Legion of Boom defense. Shout out, my dad. Yep. Neck injury, and it's just something that you hate to see. You know, especially with Bobby Wagner, who's pretty much given it his all in his time with the Seahawks. He's been there, I think, what is it? This is his 9th year in Seattle.
Yeah.
Year 9, year 10. So he's been through it all, through the whole Legion of Boom and everything. So I mean, he's the main staple for that Seahawks defense, and yeah, it's just something that you hate to see. And the Dodgers are heading to the bottom of the 9th. I just hope we don't get walked off again. That would be devastating.
As entertaining as it would be.
It was entertaining, and we do head to a commercial break. Through all of this, you look at, Ben, the Steelers, they are near midfield. You got 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. What's kind of the mindset going into the rest of this? Do you just simply chew the clock all the way down until you're in field goal range as time expires, or do you just simply, you know, just try and go for a dagger touchdown, or just do anything you can?
Honestly, keep moving it across the line, because that's been your struggle tonight. If you keep making first downs, things will take care of itself.
I definitely will. And we Dodgers decide to throw in Bruce Doggeratoral in the bottom of the ninth. I swear to God, man, if the Dodgers get walked off again, I'm gonna be slightly devastated, just a little bit.
Yep.
Because we'll be down 0-2, and we have Walker Buehler and Julio Urias for games 3 and 4. And we haven't even versed Chuck Nasty yet. And by Chuck Nasty, I mean Charlie Morton. So that's gonna be tough. So hopefully we escape the bottom of the ninth unscathed, and hopefully we could get it into extras. Oh, come on, John! I thought we were having a moment, but no, it would not be funny. It would be devastating. Mm-hmm. Next week's matchup is the Indianapolis Colts versus the San Francisco 49ers for week 7.
Oh, great! We're gonna have a boring matchup, aren't we?
Hey, you never know. Could it be boring? Possibly, but I mean, we'll have to see what happens.
The person I usually watch football with, I can't watch, so I'm getting my friend group, which knows little about football, to say the least, with the exception of 1 or 2 people, and I'm dragging like 15 people to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch football with me for 7 hours until Sunday Night Football.
You're forcing them to go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you go somewhere better if they don't even know football?
Hey, you got to teach them somehow.
Yeah.
No, right. You're in Illinois. My bad. Like, I was going to say, if you were down here, you would be going to PJ Willihan's.
If I was down there, me and you would just be ordering in food and screaming at the TV as our team's lost because they suck.
Yes, very true. That is very, very true.
As we just past eclipsed hour 3 of the prime time with Hoyt and Wise Cheese. It is right now still a long pause because of the injury timeout.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful of his neck. If something is seriously wrong, you got to take care of it and make sure it doesn't get worse, because neck is a sensitive area where unfortunately people can die from it.
Yeah, that's true. Jimmy said, "What's that like?" LOL for the food place, like screaming at the TVs.
Yeah, screaming at the TVs. Well, PJ Willihan's is like a sports bar. It's just like Buffalo Wild Wings, but way better. And screaming at a TV is not fun because you're frustrated, you're angry, and you have to blame something. So, then you get into arguments with people, and then you are being classified as an obnoxious person. It's not a good scene.
Don't worry, Ben. Not many people classify you as an obnoxious person.
Thank you. I know you're one of them.
No.
Oh, he said being a fan of a bad team is what I meant.
Stop.
Because Jimmy Jones is another fellow cheesehead. So,
okay, cool.
Well,
So,
to be fair, Jimmy, you are a Louisville football fan, so besides Lamar Jackson.
Here's the thing, Jimmy. What happened in 2017 that you did not get since 2009?
What happened to Carson Wentz's leg?
Dude, you're supposed to be supporting me here because he's calling your team shit.
Yeah, because they are. The Bears need to get rid of their ownership, need to get rid of their managerial staff, need to get rid of their coaching, and get rid of at least 80% of their players.
What 20% would you keep?
I don't even Montgomery. Keep the running back from today. Keep Fields. Keep Robinson. Keep Tevin Jenkins. Keep Roquan. Keep Jalen Johnson. And I'm hesitant to keep Eddie after that attempted tackle on Devontae today.
All right, let's take a look how much time is left here.
Let's see.
We got about 2 minutes left here. We got Ben Roethlisberger hands off to Najee Harris. He gains about 5-6 yards. This will most likely take us to the 2-minute warning as the Pittsburgh Steelers are moving the ball down the field. They are already down at the Seahawks 36-yard line, just near Chris Boswell's field goal range.
So, as we always do with the 2-minute warning, it is plug-in time. First, we're going to go with Wise Cheese, Matt Scora. Ethan, we've already plugged your stuff. How about your great things that you do, as you always say?
All right, let's do the off share screen for the second, and then let's hide the ticker banner for another hot second while we see this. My username and Twitter handle down below. My Twitter handle at Matt_Scura. Instagram at Matt_Scura20. And Instagram and Twitter, all that fun stuff. I have a link tree in both of those bios where you could check out my sports podcast that I do with my great friend Caleb Connick called MCS Real Sports Podcast. We talk all things NBA and NFL related. You name it, is available everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, you name it, is there. Also, check out Primetime with Hoyt and Wise Cheese, available on the Unwrapped Sports Network YouTube channel, which you should go and subscribe to get shows like this. And those are just all the things that I do.
Okay, so my name is Ben Hoyt. My Twitter is not on the screen, but that's okay. It's at BenHoyt6. Make sure to check out the Curse of Philly Pen, the Liberty for Philly podcast. Make sure to follow my Twitter for all sports updates from me, including my broadcasting career. And make sure to check out Primetime with Hoyt and Wise Cheese.
What about the man Ethan Carboni one more time for the viewers out there that weren't able to listen to all the great stuff that you do?
I have NFL Deep Dive with Phil on Spotify, Apple Music, all platforms. I have Creating Madness. Check out at ATR Madness on Twitter. Get us to 100 followers. And then at _Creating Madness on Insta. If either of those hit 1,000 followers, we have a very fun giveaway planned. A 1983, I believe, Sports Illustrated cover of Michael Jordan and Sam Perkins, #1 North Carolina.
Definitely some great stuff there, Ethan. Let's bring us back to the Week 6 screen of the Seattle Seahawks. They just gave an update of the standings list. The Steelers are 2-3 on the bottom of the AFC North, and the NFC West. The Seattle Seahawks are tied with the 49ers at being 2-3. Okay, there we go there. And let's show off the score ticker. We are tied at 17 apiece.
All right, 17 apiece, 2-minute warning, 5-yard run by Najee Harris. It'll be 2nd down and 5 on the Seattle 36. And they can really just take the clock down. I mean, how many timeouts does Seattle have left? They have all 3?
Seattle has, yes, they have all 3 timeouts.
All right, so I mean, they can stop that.
There is a flag on the play. It's pass interference on the offense, and it clearly is Chase Claypool with the clear push off. So it's a 10-yard penalty, and just look at back and forth. Totally, you could tell he just went boom, push.
All right, so yeah, that is a clear pass interference on Chase Claypool. Got a hand out, pushed him away, and that's a clear penalty.
It is now 2nd down and a long 15 yards.
And that could move Pittsburgh out of field goal range, so they got to get yards back. It actually does. So 2nd and 15, Ben Roethlisberger, 2 out right, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Pass, almost intercepted. And it'll be 3rd down and 15.
And 3rd down 15. This is a situation where if you're the Steelers, you have to get at least close. Would you like to convert the 1st down? Yes, but if you don't, then just so be it. But you're at the Seattle 46. If you can get at least 10 to 12 yards, I think you have a good situation in hand.
Yeah. Agreed.
And would you look at that? Najee Harris with the big play will be 4th down and short. And we'll see what Big Ben and company have up their sleeve as let's see who uses the timeout. Is the Seattle Seahawks use the first timeout, 1:35 left. And as you can see on the bottom, it is a 12-yard pass to Najee Harris. It is 4th and 3 down at the Seahawks 34-yard line. And it looks like you have Chris Boswell out there, which is up there. We got a big field goal coming up. Ethan, do you think the Steelers are making the right choice here going with the field goal right now?
Absolutely, because they can't trust Big Ben to make the throw. And although they can maybe trust their defense to get a stop, it's not worth going into overtime. Kick the field goal, because that's going to not necessarily make Seattle need to go for the win. They at least have the option of settling for a field goal now. So Seattle doesn't need to play as aggressive.
We'll see what happens here. Snap down, kick is away, and it is good. So the Pittsburgh Steelers retake the lead as it is 20-17.
Great snap, great hold, great kick.
Yep, as we look at the Steelers, good drive, getting 50 yards, taking about 3 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Now we look at Seattle. Now it's all about Geno Smith. You got 2 timeouts, a minute and a half, plenty of time to get into field goal range. Let's see if they could cash it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they need to at least get into field goal range to force it to overtime. You would like to score and win it, but I don't trust Geno Smith, and this Steelers defense has to be really aggressive. If you stop them 3 and out like they've been doing all night, ball game. Then you'll go into victory formation. Then we get to sign off. So kickoff into the end zone. There'll be 1:30 left to go, 20-17. And by the way, our bet is probably going to lose if.
Oh my fucking God. Trey Turner just really costs the Dodgers the fucking game. The ball went through his glove. The Braves walk off the Dodgers again, and we are down 2-0 in the series. Unreal.
By the way, sad news is Bobby Wagner is now in an ambulance. He is now going to be heading to a local hospital, I believe. So prayers up for Bobby Wagner. Remember, any other score but 3 points, it would have been a win, a one bet. Except now it's by 3. So I'm probably going to lose this bet tonight. This is bad.
From what I remember seeing, it didn't look like Bobby Wagner moved at all.
Yeah, well, no, he has a severe neck injury, and
could this be a Ryan Shazier type play? Not player, but like scenario.
Ryan Shazier though was a spine. The neck you can still move, but neck is more dangerous because that thing can kill you. So you got to take extreme caution. That's probably why he's in the ambulance. Ryan Shazier, it was his whole spine, and that caused him not to walk, which is really sad. And how dangerous football is. It is super dangerous.
I still think that we need to go back to the 20s when there are no helmets.
You would be surprised, but when they had like the foam rubber type helmets, they wouldn't use their head. So there would be less neck injuries.
Right. It was just more deaths.
Just more deaths, yeah.
That's why Teddy Roosevelt stepped in. The history of football, everyone, with Ethan Carboni and Ben Hoyt and Matt Scora.
That's right. All right, 52 seconds left to go. 2nd and 3.
Imagine having a sport be so dangerous that you need a president to step in.
pretty good.
Bro, the
But
Dodgers
did you just say it was 4th and 3?
No, it's,
I thought
it's second. No, it's second down and 3. Down. The Seahawks are down at their own 45-yard line. Geno Smith back to pass, throws. It is caught by number 31, and it looks like they just got the first down.
Did you get Jackson Mahomes tweeted out an apology? Matt, I'll send it to you.
Well, I mean, he kind of had no choice. You have to apologize after that. As a play is winding down, Geno Smith throws, and it is complete. And the Seahawks, they have 22 seconds left. Metcalf makes the catch. And we'll see if he had possession. He clearly has his feet in. We'll just have to see if the possession is there. And it looks like he does have control. 1st and 10. Geno Smith throws another check down to the running back. It is complete. And he's inside, and the Seahawks use their final timeout. So there's 15 seconds left. Let's see, he's going to pop up on the screen here.
What do you think? Do they go for the win?
Well, I think it'll be one of those to where you just have to simply see what happens. It's second down and short. This is one of those plays. You're using the last of your timeouts. You have none left. And yeah, you have none left. It's second down and 3. And you're pretty much down at the Pittsburgh 35. You're right on the edge of field goal range. This is one of those to where, yes, you have to throw a deep shot in the end zone. You simply have 2 plays to try to get to the end zone. And if you don't get it in those 2 plays, then just simply settle for a field goal. Or just try a quick sideline pass.
I just saw something on Instagram that reminded me. Hey, Ben, have you ever heard of, or Matt, have you ever heard of the Kennel from Hell match?
No.
It went really poorly, but I imagine football, well, you have a bunch of guard dogs on the sidelines that attack the players anytime they step out of bounds.
That's interesting.
The creative minds of WWE, everyone. In the early 2000s, late 90s.
That's Vince McMahon for you.
Yep. It actually went really bad, and they weren't going to actually allow the dogs to do anything. But what happened was they'd just be, doing dog stuff on the outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm. All right, so second down and 3. They do throw the sideline, and they do have it. Oh, my. What the? So the clock is running. DK Metcalf did not go out of bounds. The play clock is down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They do get it off, and they do spike it down with the second remaining.
Wow.
So there is 1 second left on the clock. Somehow, some way, DK Metcalf did not get out of bounds. I don't know what he was doing there. He didn't get out of bounds. He then fumbles the ball. It's in play, and we'll see what happens here. But it does look like they're doing an official review here. At the end of the game, this is going to be huge to see how they rule it. So we'll see what happens here. So there's 17 seconds left. They complete a pass to Metcalf. He does not go out of bounds. He runs and he loses the ball. The Seahawks recover it. So then Lockett runs it over. The play clock is going. It's 6, it's 5, it's 4, it's 3. He gets it snapped. It's 2, it's 1. And the ball hits the ground with a second left. So there should be 1 second left on the clock. It is under official review. And you look at DK Metcalf, it's one of those, what is he doing? That is something you catch it, you go out of bounds. It's so unnecessary to gain those extra yards. I mean, look at 42 on the Steelers was waiting for him to go, and all he did, boom, punch it, and it's a fumble. That's just something you cannot do. You cannot make that critical of an error like that with the game on line like that. They're going to run it through. It's 2, and it's clear. There's clearly 1 second left on the clock. The Seahawks have a chance to get in field goal range.
And I'm probably going to assume that they make it, so I'm going to sign off because I'm not going to be able to do overtime.
No, yeah. Ethan, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining.
Of course, Matt, I will see you Sunday. Ben, there's a good chance I'm calling you at least a dozen times this week.
I know.
So I'll see you all later.
I'll see you later.
All right. See you then. All right, but yeah, once again, this is one of those to where if you're DK Metcalf, why would you try to make the extra play? There's no point. Just get out of bounds and bring out the field goal unit. That's a play to where it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean that's just dumb clock management. Are they going to kick a field goal right now?
Well, they're reviewing to see how much time is on the clock, and there is a second left. And because they spiked it, it will be second down, and they will be sending out their field goal unit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pardon me. I'm just doing something real quick. So a second left. If that field goal's good, we're gonna be going to overtime. I mean, good for Seattle for driving that.
Yeah, it was definitely a good drive by Seattle, but DK Metcalf really almost cost them the game there.
Yeah, I really did think they did. Yeah, I agree. All right.
So we look at the official. The official is going to call it. So the refs just ruled that there's 3 seconds left, and the Seahawks are going to run a play. So they rule that the pass of a completed catch stands. It's on the field position, and there's 3 seconds. So what Geno Smith will do is they will snap the ball and immediately spike it, and then they will most likely send out the field goal unit.
Interesting. All right, let's check in with the game, see if that happens. All right, so 3 seconds left. Starting at the 30.
Yeah, so they do spike it with 2 seconds left, and they will be sending out the field goal unit.
All right, now, do the Seattle Seahawks make it, or will they have a Vikings moment?
We will wait and see. I mean, I think they're going to make it.
Now remember, Pittsburgh can ice the kicker here. They have 2 timeouts.
They definitely can ice the kicker here. We will see how long it is. It is a 49-yard field goal attempt for Jason Myers and the Seattle Seahawks. A chance to send to overtime. The kick is up, and it is good. And there was no timeout called. Time expires, and we, my friends, have overtime.
We may be having a 4-hour stream again.
Well, luckily for us, it's only a 10-minute overtime period.
True, but don't they get their timeouts back?
You only get 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts. Got it.
And it's 10 minutes.
So, let's see who gets the ball first. That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna go to commercial break. Let's check in with the Packers next week.
All righty, the Packers looking next week, week 7. We got the Washington football team. It's at Lambeau Field. I love our chances in that game. Hopefully, this is gonna be a game to where David Bakhtiari returns off the IR, because originally before the season started, he was placed on the 6-week IR. which then results in him coming back week 7. Hopefully, our O-line will improve immensely. And, hopefully our secondary could get better. Hopefully Kevin King is active this weekend. And just go from there. I like our chances. Our offense is very good. I think our defense will be able to keep Washington in check. And I think our O-line is going to be able to do well against Chase Young and them boys. And I expect us to be 6-1 by the end of week 7. What about you? Eagles looking while you are in Vegas. What do you expect from the Eagles versus the Raiders?
Well, like I said earlier, I think Vegas is going to completely dominate Philadelphia. I think they have a more toned team. They look really good. Just that head coaching situation is that's the only thing that's missing from them. The only thing that's missing from them is that head coach. Otherwise, I think they could have been competing with the Chargers. I really do.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the coin toss in overtime, the Seattle Seahawks won the toss, and they will elect to receive the ball. So the Seattle Seahawks, they got a chance to win it in overtime.
All right. Now I'm back in the Yahoo Sports app, taking a look at a commercial. So we're at a commercial break one more time. Yeah, if the Eagles are going to win next week, which they won't, Hurts really needs to score, because I think Josh Jacobs is going to have like 200 yards. He's going to have a week next week. Josh Jacobs fantasy owners, you're going to have a hell of a week. But so yeah, who do you think wins overtime, Matt?
Who do I think wins overtime? I think it's gonna be the Steelers. I've had the Steelers from the beginning, and I'm gonna still stick with them now. I think they'll find a way to get it together. I think the defense is gonna make a stand against the Seahawks. It's gonna be a 3-and-out, and then Big Ben and them are just gonna simply drive it down the field and kick a field goal.
Yeah, I remember our bet for tonight is that neither team wins by. Actually, no, that only the Steelers cannot win by 3. Seahawks can win by 3. They can win by 7. They can win by they can win by 3 or 7, and the Steelers can win by 7, just not by 3. So there's a 3/4 chance that we win our bet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see going to overtime. Oh, yo, what's up, John? Yes, we are in OT.
Yep, that is correct. We are in overtime.
Seahawks 20, Steelers 20, and it's about to get underway. Other than that, we'll pay the bills. Shop at teespring.com/store/unwrapped. VIP program, patreon.com/unwrapped sports. Gamble at www.mybookie.ag. Code USM100 for 100% sign-up bonus. And rxhemp.com, code rxhemp-USN for 10% off your order there. All right, we are getting a zoom over Heinz Field. Getting some terrible towels ready. And we are ready to go for Pittsburgh. Boswell will kick it off to the Seahawks, and we are underway in overtime.
And the Seahawks return it to about their own 26-yard line. So the Seahawks now, for those of you guys who do not know the overtime rules, if the Steelers get a safety, they win the game. But for the regular way, if the Seahawks score a touchdown, it is game over. Seahawks win. But if the Steelers force a 3-and-out, any score will win the game.
If the Steelers kick a field goal, my bad. The Seahawks kick a field goal, though.
The Steelers get the ball back, and they could either tie it with the field goal or win it with the touchdown.
Yes, I agree. Oh no, well I can't agree. That's just
that's the rules. I was gonna say you can agree all you want. It's the rules.
All right, not a great run from Seattle there. Should be a gain about 1.
Yeah, he gained about a yard on the play. It's a 1 yard 1 yard rush by the boy Homer.
2nd and 9.
Yep, second down 9. And John was wondering if we could plug any of his stuff because
You've not earned
hungry
it.
tonight.
You've done nothing but insult me. How do you earn the plugs?
Then a big play by Tyler Lockett from Geno Smith to Tyler Lockett.
Yes, I am running on Eastern time. I am mighty tired, John.
As you see, it is a 21-yard pass. We look at that was a big play there by the Seahawks. You look at Geno Smith just found the perfect hole opening and it was just money with a throw. Just that simple. 1st and 10 down at their own 49-yard line near midfield. Geno Smith hands it off to the running back Homer, and he goes nowhere. In fact, losing yardage on the play.
Yeah, that was great.
And he does have a point there. He has been the most active participant in the chat, and we appreciate that. We appreciate the people in the comment section, chatting it up, talking about the game. That's what we like to see. As it is 2nd down and a long 14 yards for the Seattle Seahawks. They are down at their own 45-yard line.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 14.
Smith back in the pocket, throws a simple check down, but gains a big chunky yardage. Just running back Dallas as he gains what looks to be about 8 or 9 yards, possibly even 10 yards. Definitely a huge bounce back play. Gains 10 yards on the play, and it is 3rd down and a much manageable 4 yards for the Seattle Seahawks. They got 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Steelers got 5 defensive backs. It's 3rd and 4 for Geno Smith and the Seahawks down in Pittsburgh territory, down at the 45-yard line. Geno Smith back in the shotgun formation, play clock down to 5. And Smith takes the snap and going through, and he gets sacked by TJ Watt. And the Steelers defense comes up through with the big play, most likely sending out the punting unit for the Seattle Seahawks. And that means the Pittsburgh Steelers can win the game if they could get in a field goal range and kick a field goal.
So Geno Smith sacked there. He lost a bunch of yards on that play, 13 yards.
Yeah, and this is why you pay TJ Watt the big bucks. This is why he got his massive extension before the season to make big plays like this. And you're looking for the Seahawks, obviously missed opportunity there.
I mean, that Seahawks offensive lineman barely touched him. Yeah, Geno Smith was like, what was that? And I agree. It was a horrible block. Barely any punt return there. So, yeah, it was a return for 9 yards. And here comes Big Ben.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if Big Ben's got another vintage moment in him. Yeah, as we look at the time on the clock, there is about 6.5 minutes left in this overtime period. Now, if there is no score in this game, it will result in a tie, and we will both be very upset if there is a tie at the end. Any score could win now from this point forward. We got a simple handoff to Najee Harris, and he gains 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Ben, what's the mindset for Pittsburgh going into this drive? Like, what has to be the mindset that Ben Roethlisberger and the offense and company have to go with?
Keep moving the sticks, be aware of the clock, and if you're in range of Chris Boswell, just pull the trigger, get him out there, and end it.
Wise words from Mr. Ben Hoyt. We got 2nd down and 6 here for the Steelers. Ben out the pass, throws it out to the tight end, gains 3 yards. Clock is running, and it is 3rd down and short for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are nearing a 5-minute mark. Got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this overtime period. Let's see if the Steelers can dial up a big play here. We got 3rd down and 4. Ben in the huddle talking about the play.
This is a really important play because if not, you're going to have to punt again.
It's an empty backfield for Ben Roethlisberger, just himself in the shotgun. Play clock down to 5. Ben back to pass, pump fakes, rolling, throwing. It is complete, but he is stopped short. So forward progress stops him a yard short. It is 4th down and 1. And with the Steelers are most likely to punt, it is now nearing the time.
That's not 4th down and 1. That's at least 4th down and 3. Oh, 4th down and 2. Yeah, you have to punt.
Yeah, 4th down and short for that matter.
That's a 3-yard pass. That looked like 1.
Yeah, and he was definitely well short. It's 4th down and 1. They punted away. There's about 4.5 minutes left. I mean, you look at for the Seahawks, you gotta get points. I hate to be Captain Obvious, but you gotta score here. You cannot give the ball back to Pittsburgh. You just simply can't. And you also can't have any turnovers. Because one thing is for certain, if you have a turnover here, it's game over. It will be game over if you turn the ball over, especially in this area.
Remember to also keep an eye on the clock. The clock is getting low, and remember if that clock runs out, it's a tie. It's basically the same thing as a loss.
Yeah, because nobody won.
But also,
and wouldn't that be eventful for us, man? Like the last 3 streams, you get Tom Brady's return to Tampa, then a 1-hour weather delay, and then a tie. That'd be something. But Geno Smith goes to play action. It's a pump fake, runs, and he loses the ball. I am a wizard. Devin Bush recovers it, and the Steelers are inside the 20-yard line. Geno Smith gets strip sacked. The Steelers have the ball, and they have an ample opportunity to win the game.
That's ball game.
Wow.
Geno Smith had the right idea. You just got to keep both hands on the ball. Well, that was a good game. You have no one to blame but yourself, Seattle, honestly.
Yeah, and the only thing that sucks is, you look at Geno Smith, poor ball protection there. That's something you cannot have happen. Now, I understand scramble for it, but when you're committed to it, you hold on with 2 hands running it through, and
it's not that. It's he needs to tuck the ball away. It's that he's holding it right out in front of him, as you can see here, and that's just an easy punch out for Watt. I mean, that's just a moving target, and he just punches it out easily. If that's tucked away underneath the arm with the 2 hands, it's so much harder to punch that ball out. But that's also why TJ Watt gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, why TJ Watt gets paid the big dollars. Down at the Seahawks 14-yard line, Big Ben just basically moving over to where it's most comfortable for Chris Boswell, for him to get ready. He likes it more on one side of the hash, so they will send it over to him. Big Ben does lose a couple yards, but I don't think it's a problem.
I don't think so either. Boswell's warming up. He already hit one tonight. And unless he does a Mason Crosby, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, as it is 2nd down and 13. But Crosby did hit the game winner at the end of the game against Cincinnati. But he did miss a couple beforehand. So it is 2nd down and 13. Play clock down to 5. They are going to do a QB kneel. Just basically chewing off as much clock as possible. As in comes the field goal unit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Play clock down to 30. As the Steelers are getting ready here to try and advance to 500, and we will see if that does happen.
Well, if Seattle loses here, their season's done.
It's gonna be hard to come back from. And you look at the Seahawks back-to-back weeks. We look at it is a 37-yard attempt for Chris Boswell. Snap is down. Kick is away, and it is good. The Pittsburgh Steelers win on Sunday Night Football by a final score of 23-20. The Pittsburgh Steelers move to 500 after starting off 1-3. They have now racked off 2 straight wins and are 500. The The Seattle Seahawks, meanwhile, fall to 2-4. Ben, before we sign off here, what were your overall reaction to this Week 6 Sunday Night Football game? How much of a missed opportunity was this for the Seattle Seahawks?
Well, first of all, within the 1 in 100 chance that I could lose my bet, I lost my bet. Steelers win by 3. That was it. So I lose that 25 coins from the stakes app. You know what? It's just a missed opportunity for Seattle. You had tons of them. You had tons of opportunities to put them away, and Geno Smith's not your guy. That's okay. He's a good backup, but Russell's your guy, and he's injured. So Seahawks are going to have a rough year. That's just going to be it. But good job to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You hung in there, and now your season's not over quite yet. But for right now, we got to sign off. We do apologize for hastily signing off, but
and one last thing I will say is I truly agree with you as well, Ben. This was just simply missed opportunity for the Seattle Seahawks, a chance to be 3-3 and in a respectable race in the NFC West, and with just that loss, you're sitting at 2-4. You got the Cardinals at 5. You got the Cardinals at 6-0. Rams at 5-1. The Niners I believe had their bye week. They're 2-3, and you sit at 2-4. It's going to be a very hard hill to climb back from, especially when you're in a tough division like the NFC West. But like Ben mentioned, we thank you guys for tuning in to this nice long 3-hour stream. We got another overtime game in. It was a great game overall, great defensive slugfest. But hey, defense prevailed in the end. We saw with that TJ Watt strip sack on Geno Smith, and we'll see how badly the Seahawks trend downward, because that's 2 games now to where you don't have Russell Wilson, and the Seahawks faltered. They faltered against the Rams on Thursday when Geno Smith threw the pick, and then against the Steelers, the strip sack fumble.
All right, so I will see you guys in 3 weeks. Matt will see you next week. All right, good night, folks.